This is a Blackstalgia podcast.
Welcome back to the Blackstalgia podcast. My name is Kelby. Down over there is Carmela.
Hello. Hi, guys. Welcome back.
In the middle, we have Rashawn.
Hey, friends.
And on the board, we have Coros.
Hola. That was too close to the mic. I'm sorry. I'm going to lower me down about 30 decibels.
I was about to say something, but I get canceled for it. So, beep. There you go. Welcome back to the Blackstalgia podcast. I'm happy to have you guys here. I'm happy to talk to you guys for the next however long this episode is. It's been a week since I've seen you guys. You know, we don't see each other all the time, but I'm about to Denzel that up. Kimberly, at least. So, what y'all been up to?
Oh, what have we been doing? Gonna renovate my room soon.
What that mean, renovate?
I'm just in a I need to change stuff. Like I just need to like out with the old and with the new.
Okay,
but also on like $10.
Oh, that's why I said renovate. So you about to sweep the floor, mop and glow.
Yeah.
Make sure your clothes is on the hanger.
Right.
And that's about it right there.
We're going to see what we can do.
Take some old pictures down, put some new ones up.
Exactly.
Different spots.
Yeah.
Sean?
Hey.
I've been seeing you. What you been up to?
Nothing. I'm just here.
Damn. What you mean? That's
You
kind of sad.
I'm existing.
Oh my God.
Man.
I'm not living right now, but I need to be living.
Somebody forcing you to pay a bill you don't want to pay. That's what it is now.
Every bill for me. Several people.
Yeah? Yeah. I see you looking at Carmelo. His camera died.
No, I didn't.
Oh, it didn't?
The button.
Oh.
Continue.
So I've been alive and well. Mm-hmm. I watched some of the show you guys recommended to me. I had a couple of hours this week. I still found things to do, but I watched Euphoria. Enjoyed myself quite a bit.
Who is your favorite character?
Fezco.
Same.
Fezco.
All right.
And I like his story because he's not an actor. He's not an actor.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, you know, there's always that story, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like that whole show is like that. Because remember I was talking about, I was like, I feel like Alexa Deming, now you know who it is. She's a Hispanic lead.
Oh, yeah.
Like she just, you would think maybe she is that person.
So you think she's mean?
No, not mean, but I feel like she is that girl. Like she's always pulling up in a fit. She always just has something like kind of sassy and witty to say.
You know she's like 30?
That tracks. I feel like everyone in that show is like...
Nah, they are like 22.
Oh, she is really actually older?
Mm-hmm.
She was in that skateboard movie, huh?
Mid-90s?
Mid-90s.
She was. I just don't know who she played.
She was at the party.
She's also in Waves.
Haven't seen that
I
yet.
noticed that she directed one of my guy Jameson's music videos, and I maybe one or two of them, and I wonder what her connection to Jameson is because he's incredible. But the show is very good. It kept my attention, you know, most of the way through. So I thank you for that recommendation. I actually DM'd Drake. I told him how great the show was.
God. What'd he say?
I mean, he didn't really respond to me.
Right.
No, because I think he's busy. Mm-hmm. He was just kind of one of those guys.
He's just kind of always busy.
Yeah. You know, I mean,
like maybe in like a month he'll be like, "Oh my God, I just saw this."
I saw something I DM'd him maybe my 2018. So he ain't quite get to that one just yet. But I know this one because I said, "Hey, Aubrey."
Oh, that's C.
Nah, I said, "Hey, I just saw Euphoria. Good job."
With one of these.
I should have said I got a couple of ideas on how I can make it better, but I mean, for the most part, it's pretty good. You did a good job. I saw your influence in every episode. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I DM'd him and it was a good talk between me and me. So, but
between 2018 you and 2020 you, it's really good.
Yeah. I was complaining about Apple Music. So yeah, I just been relaxing, chilling, writing. waiting on things to happen. You ever realize that? Like, sometimes you do all the work, and then sometimes you just got to go sit your butt down, and then a week from now, 2 weeks from now, whatever, it'll come.
Yeah.
You know, you can't always just force everything. So that's a little bit of a problem that I have, because I just be wanting to like go full tilt, full speed. And I realize my back can't really handle that all the time.
Oh, like physically.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway.
We're back.
About to break that crying streak, huh?
Right.
So yeah, Chris, what you been up to?
I've been working. Went nonstop working.
Really?
Yeah, I've been working late nights too.
Oh, man, what you doing?
Editing a bunch of projects.
You got some money now?
No, I didn't say that. I said been working.
Working doesn't mean money all the time.
It's still writing the check. It's cool.
Oh man! All right, so we got some good topics to talk about today. I brought some serious ones to the table, but we'll get some somewhat serious ones off first. Okay. Remember I talked to you guys about Tory Lanez shooting Meg Thee Stallion in the foot?
Yeah.
He came out, I think, Thursday night and was like, yo, I got time to talk about this today. 9 p.m. We all think he's going to go on Instagram Live. He's going to say, you know, my bad, whatever.
Right.
9 p.m. drop, Eastern Standard Time. And he dropped an album.
Okay. All right.
That's a bold move.
Yeah. Dropped his album called DAYSTAR, which is his first name. His name is DAYSTAR Peterson.
Ooh.
And in the album, he sort of mentions what happens. I guess he was saying that it was him, Meg Thee Stallion, Kylie Jenner, and I guess Meg Thee Stallion got jealous that he was staring Kylie Jenner up and down because she looks so good. And he insinuates that he did not shoot Megan in the foot. And yeah.
My question is, why go by Tory when your name is Daystars?
I mean, you got to go opposite, right?
Right, like-
wild name, you pick Jonathan.
That's, well, I don't know. Daystar. Tory Lanez kind of has this cool hip thing about it. You know, Daystar Peterson sounds like a guy who should have majored in accounting.
But just go by Daystar. Like one name.
He would have been trying too hard to be Drake, because he's definitely Drake's protege. Like, he literally he samples Drake lines in just about every song. He, like, it sounds like somebody who picks out Drake's songs made these songs. He's got, like, if you went into his Google search, it's all like Drake type beat, passion fruit type beat, and Meek Mill type beat.
Got it.
Shout out whoever put that out, but the album is very Drakey, you know, and it's obvious that he wants to be Drake real bad. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, he put an album out instead of talking about it. That's
interesting.
Yeah.
Well, remember we were talking about like his publicists, like his people. They're probably just like, we're not talking about it anymore. You're not talking about it's like a done deal.
Yeah.
Under wraps. Just do what you got to do. Like, move forward.
Well, something I don't like is that the whole second half of the album, because I listened to it, I gave him whatever few cents that he got off of me. He was just like, there's too much wrong in the world right now against black people for us to be focusing on this. And I was just like,
Well, then don't do it. Yeah.
I don't know if that makes me feel okay, you know, because now you're doing what I say a lot of other people do, which is utilizing black pain to advance or disrupt whatever it is that you want us to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And other people use it for this, and you're using it to say, oh, well, sorry, I didn't recognize he was black. All right. Those bullets mean nothing.
Yeah.
Like, you shot a girl.
Yeah, like, you still shot somebody.
You know what I mean? He's talking about in the songs, oh, it's because I bought my masters. You're not Michael Jackson.
Right.
2/3 of this show don't know who you are.
Yeah.
You're not Prince. So I don't think the label is going to shoot Megan to frame you for, I'm assuming, maybe a couple $1 million with companies that make billions of dollars annually.
Yep.
So it gives me a feeling that it's just like you're trying to use this like moment in time. And mind you, it was the day after the Breonna Taylor verdict.
Wow.
For a guy to come out with an album about something he did wrong. And in the album, he never really confirms that he did not do it. He doesn't really talk about Megan, aside from saying that he still loves her. He kind of just gets upset at everybody who said he was wrong. So he's like cussing people out that was just like, dude, how could you shoot a girl? And he's cussing those people out.
Yeah.
And he gets upset on the album. I'm not 5'2", I'm 5'7". Bro, nobody cares.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah. Now, I can say this. Some of the songs is all right. I enjoyed a good bit of the album, but I don't want to.
Yeah, you don't want to support that.
Yeah, it's in poor taste. You shot a girl, you drop an album. What is Megan supposed to do? Diss you back?
Yeah.
This isn't hip hop, dude. You shot a female.
Right.
Like,
own your shit.
Just stop. Just stop. You're making money off of a crime. Like, and then you're not convicted of anything, which means that she probably is not pressing any charges.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of a sick thing to just be like, cool, I get to get away with this and make probably $250,000. Nice.
And here's my album. No.
Sick, man. So yeah, that's how I feel. Maybe the money was low. Maybe something is happening where I'm sure he lost most of his deals, because he had something called quarantine radio that was supposed to be going to Google or to YouTube or something. But I just think it's in poor taste.
Yeah, super.
Yeah, it's just in poor taste to just do something like that and then to drop an album.
Sweep it under the rug. Yeah,
and to just be like, I got time to talk about this today. Like,
no,
we didn't have the time.
Yeah.
My clock didn't strike on that one. So, but still, I hope that this whole thing gets situated because it's not a good look. I mean, it's not a good look, and it just makes it seem like y'all not taking it seriously. Yeah.
Completely.
Those are my thoughts. Not 5'2", he's 5'7". Get it right.
So funny.
Get it right.
That is just so unnecessary. 5 inches is 5 inches.
What are you looking at, Rashawn?
I don't know. I thought you had something to say.
How about 5 inches?
That's about 6 too little. So you tell me. What else is happening in the ethos?
So I kind of wanted to play 20 questions with y'all.
All right. Go ahead and sip on my water here real quick.
But I played a little different.
Okay. Tell me the rules. The Texas Hold'em style?
No. So I don't know. I never count to 20, but we can for this purpose. But the way I play is that if I ask you a question, you both got to answer it. And then somebody else has to ask another question.
When does it end?
When we're done with 20 questions, we can do 20.
Oh, okay. I thought you said you didn't count. Okay. Is this a game? Like, I don't know how to play this game.
That's it. It's literally just that.
You guess or you think of something in your head. Everybody else has to guess what you think. And you have to ask yes or no questions.
Oh, is that it?
I've played it like that before.
Oh, how?
Wait.
But I was just
Define
gonna.
it.
I was
Give
gonna
me the
ask
rules.
you
Give
a
me the rules.
question, like practice round. So I would say, this question's for obviously both of you guys.
Okay.
How many pillows do you sleep with at night?
Oh, so just random
Yeah, random questions.
trivia.
Oh,
truth
okay.
questions.
Yeah, and
Okay.
then you
Alright,
would
that's easy.
answer.
Okay. I'm here.
Okay. Should
Wait,
I?
are there any rules? Is there something you don't want to answer?
Okay, if you don't want to answer, you got to drink.
Water?
Yeah,
That's
the
not
healthy
water, Kelby. Don't lie to the viewers.
No. It's pretty much water.
Now it's pretty much water. Yeah.
What you putting on my business?
That's a White Claw, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my gosh. I'm
Otherwise
a
known
good.
as a
Listen,
bubbly H2O.
I went to church up from 0 to 29 years old.
The Lord says, "Speak the truth."
He made water into wine.
It was unfermented. Rashawn, you know that. You know that, Rashawn.
That's not in the scripture. I know.
What book of the Bible is that? Don't cut to me, Chris. Okay, all right. We're playing 21 questions. If you guys are drinking the devil's spit, and I'm drinking water fountain water, so we good to go.
You taste the lead in there or no?
Oh, I could taste the mercury.
Okay. Start off with like easy questions.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Do I have to put fingers up? No. Okay.
Different game.
Different
Okay.
game.
Sorry.
different.
You
Well, I
put
didn't really
fingers up
do a
if you
lot. I didn't
want.
do a lot in college. I could tell.
Okay. If you guys didn't have to sleep, what would you do with the extra hours?
Oh my gosh. What would you do?
I would probably write more.
Oh, it's my turn.
Yeah.
Okay. The answer is kind of hard for me because most things that I do involve other people. So I would actually be very upset. I would be like, yo, y'all for real sleeping? We could be up making money right now. We could be flipping keys. It could be the bando up in here. We could be making money. We could be. Remember when Steve Harvey was yelling through his teeth? Y'all sleep?
When?
Y'all don't remember that when he was like, y'all really do be sleeping out here? For real? The stock market opened at 8 o'clock in the morning. I would be that upset. I would just be like, yo, y'all for real snoring?
So Kelby will be doing what he always does. He's talking.
Right.
He be talking. Everybody else be sleeping. He's still talking.
If anything, I would just be riding, or I would do a lot of driving. I would just do a lot of random driving. I think it would drive me insane.
But the thing is, I don't think you're gonna wake up. Like, you're never gonna be tired. You just, as a person, don't sleep.
I understand.
Okay.
It's not about it's not about me being tired. It would just be around the world around me because I know that y'all would shut down and I don't shut down. So I would just be waiting
Right.
for everybody else to get up, and I'll just be like, okay, well, here's what I did with my 8 extra hours. I get like real prissy about it. Like,
Yeah.
oh, so you were asleep? Cool. Okay, so I'm ahead.
You would be so upset with me because I sleep more than 8 hours.
No, you don't.
Sure, I do.
Nobody does.
That's wrong. That's all kinds of wrong. I be sleeping.
But I go to bed super late, so
Okay, what time you go to bed and then wake up?
4 to 12. 4 a.m. to 12 noon.
So you don't ever be texting me back at 3:45. Now I know. Wait, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 8.
You don't know.
That's still 8.
Okay, we're
Kelby
good.
had to count with fingers.
Yeah, I was like,
But I
let me
think,
check up on it.
but the thing is, you would have been like, "Hello, Mel," because it's noon. Like, I should
Oh
have
no,
been
for
awake.
sure. But I do that now at like 6.
Yeah.
I do that now at 1 in the morning. I think last night I was like, where's the work, Chris?
I was
And
like,
he was
I'm
like,
in bed.
yeah, he's like, I was like, you sleep? The stock market opens at 8 in the morning. So that's my answer. I would go insane. Because
Chris?
I would call
Oh, I get
everybody
to
lazy.
play.
Yeah.
If I wasn't sleeping, I would watching a shit ton of movies. I'd probably just
I think
clear out Netflix.
And I'd be fat too, fatter.
because you just be eating.
Oh, hell yeah. When you ain't got nothing to do, Burger King.
But you could go to the gym
Nah.
and there'd be no one there. Do people go to the gym at like 4 a.m.?
Heck yeah. I've been to the gym at midnight, 2 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, all times. But you're only going to go for max 4 hours. You still got another 4 hours to go eat some Burger King.
That's true.
You got nothing to do. Stock market's not open.
That's right.
That's right. Okay. Somebody else is next.
Wait, do you have to answer the question or no?
Oh, I guess I could. I think I would do the same thing with Chris. I would like watch a lot of TV, watch a lot of movies. Because I would get so bored because I'm just like, well, everyone's asleep. What can I do? I have to be quiet. I don't know. I don't write. Maybe I would read a book. Maybe I would start reading books. I don't know.
You started off so strong, like you try to read right now. Maybe I'll start doing something that I don't do at all.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that was good. So how does it work?
So
Go this one.
yeah, go to for Shouty.
Shawnee, effing baby.
Peace up, A-Town.
So good.
He don't even crease his forehead when he laugh. He just
That
be
forehead has never been creased in his whole entire life, and it never will.
I got permalines.
If you only had if you only had to listen to one person's music for the rest of your life, who would it be?
Who would it be? Ooh. Like we get their,
You
you
get
know,
their entire catalog.
even when they're making new stuff.
Yeah, but that's the only person you get to listen to.
That's a good question. I'm gonna say Adele.
Oof, so you always want to be sad.
No, but the thing is, her music doesn't make me sad. Like, even if I were, well, I guess if I was sad, which is not very often, it would. But I just can listen to those albums over and over and over again.
Even the last one with Hello?
Yes, that's
I
a
said
great
goodbye.
album.
I said goodbye to that album.
God.
There's about 3-4 songs on that one.
Such a not shocking
I
Kelby
know.
review.
God.
Yeah, that one, when we were young.
That one's
talk that.
fire. That one is
I was
fire.
like,
You know
oh,
it.
what a great song. Let me hear the next one. Mistake! Stop right there.
So disrespectful.
Chris, you can go next.
Oh. One artist. That's really hard.
That's hard.
I gotta think about it. I don't know. That's hard.
The guy whose music be coming on at the laundromat?
Which one?
Just so disrespectful.
Who coming on the laundromat?
That is the Raspa Man's truck.
Yeah, the raspa. Yeah. That's who I'm picking.
Like some type of banda that he doesn't know.
The theme song to Univision.
Yeah. Get out of here, bro. You're fired. I'll not cut your camera.
Please, yeah, leave it on that.
I don't know. Somebody funky.
What about Outkast?
Outcast. Anderson .Paak. That'd be
I was
good.
on it.
Anderson .Paak had a pretty good catalog. I could probably listen to Malibu over and over again.
The entire album? Mm-hmm. Okay. Would I be weird if I said Aaron Carter?
Not you be correct.
Aaron Carter?
I'm kidding.
He's not kidding.
I want candy. Y'all saw him on Lizzie McGuire.
Yes.
I saw him at Ralph's.
Really? He's out here looking like Gucci, man.
Yeah, he's a little
Face
scary.
tattoos and stuff. Yeah, he's looking a little nuts. Shout out to him, man. He's a good guy.
Why do you talk, Kelly?
I probably would. I'm battling with somebody current and somebody old. Because I feel like somebody old, the fact that I listen to them still now means more than somebody that I'm listening to right now. And then I might, down the line be like, man, kind of this. It doesn't fit the time anymore. So it would probably be like either Ray Charles or Louis Armstrong.
Good choice.
Yeah. One of those two.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's your turn.
Oh boy. Okay.
Y'all better be thinking of some questions.
Nah, you see, man, I wish I had an app that would just ask me some good questions.
I'm gonna Google it.
I did one. Okay, I can go.
Okay, go ahead.
I have a question.
Yeah.
What is either the best piece of advice that you've ever received or the worst piece of advice? Either or. Or you could say both.
We should have gotten these beforehand.
Should have been
like
prompted.
rapid fire. I thought they were gonna be like rapid fire questions.
You want me to go, Sean?
Yeah, you go.
The best piece of advice I ever got was from a 25-year-old lady who owned this, you can call it a marketing company. And she was like going around the room asking us what our parents did. And then she asked us what we wanted out of life. And everybody was like, oh, my dad is a this, and my dad is a that. My mom is a this, my mom is a that. And everybody did not necessarily want to do what their parents did. Mm-hmm. And so she turned around and she said, has your parent ever done anything like what you want to do in life? Even near it? And everybody was pretty much like, no. And she was like, so why do you go to them for advice about that? And I was like, damn, mic drop. And it made sense because typically I would go to my parents for advice about things that they knew nothing about. Right. And I would get frustrated. Like, how do you not know this? You're the elderly.
Right.
Help me, but they didn't know.
Yeah.
So it just kind of repositioned my mind to say, oh, if I want to do something, I need to go to somebody who's already done it before. You know, compared to just taking advice from somebody because I love them or because they just are the person I normally go to. It gives you a broader perspective in life, and it allows you to choose the best routes for you to become a better person or to achieve whatever you want to achieve. So.
That's a good one.
Straight off the top,
Yeah.
Memories.
Mine is from my mother's.
Damn.
She
I just totally discredited her.
No. It's a very simple piece of advice. If you want something done right, do it yourself. I feel like that just is a general good piece of advice for anything.
What if you don't know how to do it?
I don't think that hinders you from asking for help, but I think it's also kind of saying don't rely on, if I want something done, don't rely on others to do it for you. You do it.
Okay.
Don't try to fight tomorrow's battles with yesterday's mentality.
You okay? Clean your throat?
We dropped
on your throat, or you good?
Okay. Reverend.
Come on, Reverend Rashawn.
Let me know if y'all want to go home and eat some lunch or you want me to talk a little bit more about 10 minutes. Usher, lock the door. We're not leaving until we get $1,000.
$1,000.
$1,000. Because the spirit told me today. Okay, Rashawn, who told you that?
I'm not going to say, and I'm not going to say whether it's good or bad advice, but that's a piece of advice I've gotten.
That's okay. Come on.
It's horrible. Cross.
Drink water before and between alcoholic beverages. So you don't
That
get a
is
headache.
so good. That is solid
I gave myself that advice
advice.
because I learned it the hard way.
that I never do. But when I do it, I'm like,
This is magical.
wow, H2O. Would you believe it?
Skin looking all nice and stuff afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wake up, don't have a headache. It's great.
But you
Like-
still get a buzz.
You still get a buzz. You're still having a good time.
Yeah. I never done that before. I never drank alcohol, but
Go ahead, take a sip. Go. Take a sip. Sure you drink right there.
that's my water.
You wanna-
Wow. All right. So Rashawn's gonna ask this question next after this break.
This is the Blackstalgia podcast.
Yeah, that's it right there. Blackstalgia podcast. All right. So Rashawn got a good question for us. We're playing a game of 21 questions.
So it's 20.
20 questions.
I thought
Floor.
it was 18.
We are playing a game of questions. Shawnee F and baby, the floor is yours.
What would you do if you knew you wouldn't get caught?
Oh, shit. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. I have an answer already.
Tell
Go
me.
ahead.
I would steal a bunch of clothes.
Oh,
I've always wanted to be a pickpocket. Like a good pickpocket.
That's like skill.
That's that. If I knew it wasn't going to get caught, I'd be pickpocketing everybody.
Just,
Where's your watch?
I feel like
Boom,
a part of
in my
that is
butt.
like, because you can just, not that you want their stuff, it's just like, because I can do it.
That's cool. You know?
Yeah. Your little raccoon.
Yeah, you just have useless things in your
Yeah.
car.
No, raccoon.
Little raccoon.
I would be I would be stealing information, like high profile information.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. I would steal stuff from the White House. I would steal stuff from private conversations. I would just be able to just hack anything, be in any situation, and just use it. Perhaps for blackmail. Perhaps for just my own pleasure. But information is power.
So the FBI listens to you right now. So
Yeah, I was
keep
like,
on
we gotta
talking.
throw this up.
I'm not that smart. I'm just some random black guy.
What's your address?
123 Nunyo Business Avenue. Yeah, that's what I would do.
That's a good one.
Because at first I thought about just getting as much money as possible, but ain't not that money that you earn and money that you steal ain't the same.
Wow.
It ain't the same. Is it my turn?
It's your turn.
All right, so let's pick up the energy. I have a question for y'all, and my question is: would you prefer the truth or would you prefer happiness?
Oh my God.
Dang. What?
I was just like, wow, the question. It wasn't.
She said, "Oh my god."
Oh my God.
Y'all don't speak Carmella. Come
on.
I don't
Oh
speak
my
that.
God.
I'm a little too dark.
Yikes.
Always the truth.
Oh, man.
Do you believe that?
Yes. Because I don't think they are mutually exclusive. I think the truth can get you to happiness. I don't think you have to choose one or the other. But I know that
environment,
the truth can hurt.
Today's economy.
But I would always much prefer having the truth. Even if it hurts.
But I said happiness versus truth.
So if all the truth you heard wasn't happy,
So I by choosing the truth, I'm never choosing happiness.
Yeah.
Still.
Okay.
What?
I don't want blissful ignorance. That's just like empty.
Okay, I keep coming back to my mind. So, say I'm married, right? And the truth is, my husband's cheating on me.
Yeah.
But I have no idea. I have not a single clue. So I'm just like happy with my family, with my husband that I don't think is cheating on me. Then I would, in that situation. Choose the truth.
I could take that somewhere real dark though.
Right, but that's why I'm saying, like, you could take another scenario and maybe it wouldn't work out as like the same way.
Umbrella it. Always truth, always happy.
I'm gonna choose always happy.
I'm gonna cheat on you so hard.
Terrible.
Chris, go ahead.
I want the truth.
You want the truth?
I want the truth. The whole truth.
The truth is hard to swallow, y'all.
No, I don't know if I'm strong enough.
Especially in today's climate.
In today's
But
economy.
that's a different conversation. It's a different conversation. Chris, what's your question?
Oh, I forgot what I choose. Oh, it's a generic one. People ask us all the time. If they were making a movie about your life, who's starring as you?
Yeah, I know exactly what it would be. Damn, Kyle damn Massey.
Do they have to look like you? Yeah, right.
It don't matter.
Him or the kid from Star Wars. John
Boyega.
Boyega out there talking like me.
I feel Lamorne Morris.
Who?
Lamorne would be.
Oh,
Kelby.
yeah.
Who is that?
You never watched New Girl?
From New Girl.
Nah, let me look him up.
There's
Watch
a new
it
show
decide.
called Woke.
Oh, that dude.
I watched the first episode.
Nah, he wouldn't be me.
Um,
You gotta eat a couple more bagels.
who can I just cast somebody in the room, or do I have to cast myself?
No, you gotta cast you in your movie.
Can I say? She gonna say J Lo.
I was gonna
Yes.
say Jordan Sparks.
Oh yeah,
That's a perfect one.
yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, I still see that. I remember when she auditioned for American Idol.
There's this movie. I'm cheating. There's this movie called I'm Not There. It's a movie about Bob Dylan, and they use I think 5 or 6 different actors to
Play the one person.
play him in different parts of his life, and they don't all look like him or talk like him or have his manner. They have his mannerisms, but like Kate Blanchett plays him at one point.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna say right now, Kelvin Harrison Jr. from Waves, and Bruce, and then Eddie Murphy when I'm old,
Okay.
and then for like the part of my life where I'm like growing up in church, Fantasia Barrino.
Wait, and then the little boy from The Preacher's Wife, or When You're Little.
Jeremiah.
Yeah.
You know who could play you too? Jacob Lattimore.
Who is this?
I don't know who that is.
Gotta
Jacob.
look him up, man. He talented.
Maybe I do know who that is.
He's a singer, actor. He be in the movies that nobody watches.
Oh, I could totally see that. Mm-hmm. They have like the same big smile.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
They got the same kind of skin.
So you chose yours? Oh, we chose for you.
Yeah, I mean,
John
it would
Boyega.
definitely be. It'd probably be John Boyega or Kyle Massey. You know, they got to get some work on their teeth done. But I mean, yeah, ultimately. Hit me with the hard hitting questions.
Okay.
The next question.
It's me.
Yeah.
Mine wasn't that hard hitting. But it was going to say, I was going to ask who always makes you laugh, or what always makes you laugh.
Go ahead, John.
I like really dry humor. And then this is one thing specifically in movies and television shows. It's not funny because I haven't said it yet.
We don't know what's going on. Let's be included.
With any television or
something
movies.
to do with Saturday Night Live.
No.
Yeah, when the music plays
When
at
the
the end.
music plays at the end. Any television or movie or any media where they create a situation where they have to bleep out the cuss word, like it will take me out. Like I don't know why, but if it's a situation where they're not supposed to be cussing and like the character doesn't even really cuss and they're just like beep, 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 I will be in tears. I'll lose it. It's so dumb, but
That's why he likes your little beep sound.
Yeah.
I do.
We lost him.
And he's good for the up.
That's it. It's so childish.
I guess this might be a cheating answer because he's already a comic, but I really enjoy just re-listening to Chris Rock yell. Mm-hmm. You know, some of that old stuff, it's relevant today.
Yeah.
And it's still just so good, just how he delivered it, that I'll just re-listen to it over and over and over.
And it makes you laugh every time.
It makes me head laugh.
Yeah.
You know, when you're in your head, you just, but your face is just like, yeah, I'm normal.
See, that's what happens when I watch TV. Because Rashawn always is like, Mel, like I'll watch an episode, I'm like, that was really funny. And he's like, you didn't laugh once. And I was like, no, I was laughing.
Anybody that knows Carmela and knows her laugh knows that she laughs at things that are funny.
That's a fact.
We got 8 good episodes.
We got her laugh down.
Right.
Yeah, but it's...
So you just be watching movie.
Yeah. And then I'll walk in, I'll be like, what are you watching? Oh, this comedy. I'm like,
I wouldn't have guessed.
oh, so it's not good?
She be at the end of the episode crush.
So funny.
Nah, that was crazy. I was laughing the whole time.
I mean, I think like in TV and movies, there's not a lot of things that'll make me like laugh out loud. But there's old stuff that I've seen a lot that it's kind of like the Chris Rock thing. Like, know the joke and stuff. And sometimes it's like not even the joke that's funny. It's the way the person delivers the line.
Right,
That
yeah.
you're like dying.
Now, question about this. Have you ever watched something 100 times and you're like, this is so funny?
Yes.
And then you show it to somebody and then you realize this ain't funny at all.
That is my life with Carmela. Like, I'm like, wait, watch this. Watch this. And she's just
You
like,
look like a complete idiot. You're just like, for the past 12 years of my life, I thought this was hilarious. And then I'm looking at your face, ready to laugh at whatever.
And you're
they're
not.
just like, and then you're like, yo, this is actually dumb. Like, this isn't even funny at all.
Why did I even bother?
Yeah, why did I like this for so many years? Am I a psychopath?
I showed Carmela the Nutty Professor the Clumps.
Yo.
I was
Tears.
falling off the couch in tears laughing. And
Ooh.
Carmela was just like,
I think what was more enjoyable about that is watching Rashawn watch the Nutty Professor.
Yeah.
I was having a good time.
Yes.
Because this fool knows like all the lines.
That's a fact.
And he's like, wait, look in the back. Look at that. There's a lady. Da, da, da. Like, how do you know the Nutty Professor like that?
dude, Eddie Murphy, man.
I totally get that because I don't think that movie funny at all. But yeah,
You don't like anything.
I know.
And
I'm the wrong
the movie
person.
is funny, but see how you have like a tie to it. Like maybe you.
Who'd you watch the movie with the first time?
Takia?
My sister.
Oh, okay.
You probably remember that moment.
I do. I probably have talked about this. I tie a lot of my memories in movies with my sister.
Mm-hmm.
Devion does that. He'd be putting on Golden Girls, or is it called Golden Girls?
Yeah, he loves
put
that.
on Golden Girls, and he'll put on that All Black show with Loretta Devine and oh my gosh, they gonna hurt me for this. The All Black show with the guy who's like Gerard Carmichael, the Carmichael show.
Oh.
He'd be putting that on. He'd be on the couch dying, laughing in an accent. I'd just be sitting there. Nah. I saw that line. You ain't got to rewind it.
That's the Jamie Foxx show. I pulled up a clip on YouTube just to show Carmela.
Did I laugh?
Funny it was.
I laughed.
You chuckled.
Okay, well, that's a laugh.
And I'm like, bitch, look at this part.
It's so true. That's what I'm saying. I'm laughing more at you having a good time than I am at the shit.
You got to watch his still face because
Nah, I can't. I don't have a poker face.
He does not.
I do not have a poker face.
you
Terrible.
want to play poker.
Hell no.
He has a terrible poker face.
He should be like,
He's like,
I got threes. And a pair of fours. Chris, did you answer this question?
What was
No.
the question?
what makes you laugh, or who can make you laugh all the time?
It's so easy to make me laugh. I think if we're being dumb, farts is hilarious, like, bro. Like somebody sitting in the room, dead silent. All right, so my grandmother was alive. She was in surgery for cancer, bladder cancer, and she was in a big old surgery, and we're all in the waiting room, and then we're all sitting, and this old lady's in the waiting room with us, and out of nowhere she's sitting, and you just hear "Perp," and I was like, yo, what did that just happen? So she walks away, and I lost it. And then the doctor comes out to talk to us about my grandmother's surgery. He goes, yeah, so it's a fresh surgery.
That's
But
not
as she's
maternal.
recovering, you're gonna have to listen for when she farts. And I laughed. I lost it. I was like, I'm sorry. I know she just came out of surgery, but this lady just ripped one in here. So I was like, this is crazy. So farts get me like pretty easy.
This is who I be hanging around with.
Yeah, I don't know. Listen, man.
Y'all heard air sliding out of butt? Yeah, that was crazy.
Come on, like you can't tell me that's not hilarious.
hate a
bro.
fart.
So good. Oh my god.
So yeah, farts and just stupid comedy. So.
Look at Rashawn face. This is how you be when you be watching Rashawn's Jamie Foxx clip. He
Yeah.
just be sitting there ill. It probably smells in the room.
Dude, if y'all are listening, go watch that Jamie Foxx show clip where Mark Curry guest stars. Jamie Foxx got into a traffic accident and he had to go to traffic school, him and Braxton, and Mark Curry is like this drill sergeant for the traffic school. Just Google it. Just Google it.
He's already going
You're
off.
welcome. So good.
Look at him. He's playing it back in his YouTube
I
brain.
am, man. Jamie Foxx, thank you for your service, man. I love you.
You heard what Garcelle said? Jamie Foxx is hung like a... Well, all right. let's move on.
Kelby.
Dang.
That's what Garcelle said. She said it on the podcast or something. Yeah. All right, next question. My question is, your boss said you're going to get fired the very next time you're late because you're late all the time.
Been there.
Really? Mm-hmm. They tell you you're going to be fired?
That's gonna be tomorrow.
Look at her
What are you
eyes.
talking about?
That is
Last
Carmelo's worst
episode,
nightmare.
she was like, yeah, I spent my 5 years of service over there. This episode, they tell me they're going to fire me every damn week. Every one of them weeks, they're like, I will fire you.
Bitch, you got one more time.
Lord, how late you be? Like 5?
Yes.
Up to...
5 after the grace period.
So 10 total.
That's me though.
You be late too?
I have a 6-minute grace period. I make it like a 20-minute grace period. Show up there. Cool.
Y'all make
Yeah.
me sweat.
Man, I need one of them jobs where I could just scroll right on there.
Yeah.
9:45. What up? All right. So your boss said you're gonna be late. You're walking down the street and you see a dog and it's in a puddle dying.
Oh, I'm late.
And the only thing you could do, like you can save the dog. All you gotta do is pull it out the puddle and you good. But it's one of them deep puddles that'll take you about 15 minutes to pull the dog out.
I'm losing my
So
job.
not a puddle. It's a
Yeah,
hole.
I'm losing my job.
I'm
You
losing
gonna
my
lose
job.
your job?
Yeah.
Yeah. Kelby, you can't ask the questions where you know you hate dogs. It don't matter.
I don't hate dogs.
Yo, well, like,
Shut up, Cross.
it's kind of similar situation, but the dog was a lady.
I was trying to save a valuable human life, and they told me I was fired.
No, but like dead ass. So I've gotten, to that, like, okay, you have a write up. You have like one more time to be late. And
I've been there several
times. And
I am president of the company.
And so I am like, okay, I'm on my shit. I'm going to get there 10 minutes early, da 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 da. And this day it had been raining. And I'm parking in the parking lot. Oh, y'all remember it? Second story by Old Navy by the mall.
Terrace.
There's 2, 1, whatever. The 4 level.
Yeah. And so I hear this lady just like screaming like, oh my God, help me. Like bloody murder. And so I fucking run down and this lady is in a puddle. I swear. And she's like down like this, like her legs are like that. And I was like, oh my God, what's happening? And then this other white lady comes by and she's like, oh, and I was like, don't touch her. And I guess she just slipped on the pavement and then fell into the puddle.
And broke her hip or something?
I don't know, but I was late. And so I like called my manager. I'm like, yo, this lady is right. I'm here. I've been here, but this lady is literally falling in a puddle. And I can't like just leave her. And she was like, oh, okay. And I was like, I'll be there soon. And then the ambulances were like, come in. So I was like, I'm not lying. I'm literally outside of Old Navy. She's like, okay. So I kept my job.
You know, security wasn't there.
No. Security was not there.
I'd have been like, damn, that's crazy.
You've done that on every call.
Man, I would have been like, damn, that's crazy. Yo, listen, if you ever want to come right on down to Sephora, we're going to have a sale on Friday. And I mean, I don't know
the lady came looking for me. She was in a wheelchair, but I wasn't there.
She kept shopping.
She what?
She kept shopping.
No, not that day. Like, I guess like weeks later.
She was like, nah, there's a sale.
She came to
get me on in here.
But security came way late. Like, they had to go get security.
That's facts.
No, security came the next day.
Yeah.
Hey,
He was like,
we hear something happy.
he pulled out a little like Blue Skidoo notebook.
That could have been all kinds of people in security.
He was like, can you tell me what happened? And I was like, well, she's still in the puddle. Can't you see?
Oh, she was still there?
Well, because this was during the time why the paramedics were coming. Like, she's still there. No one can touch her.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I wouldn't have just went at all. I'm on a lunch break right now.
It's like 9:45 a.m.
So you were an hour late?
No, I was only like maybe 10 minutes late.
Man, I wouldn't touch no doggone dog in a puddle. I'd have been I don't know what kind of Lyme disease you got, what kind of rabies, and I'm not touching you. I gotta go to work. Goodbye.
Asking them questions, don't full well. You don't like nothing that's not you. All right, Kelby, you gonna be late to work, but you fall in a puddle. What you gonna do?
I fell in the puddle. What I gotta be asking somebody out for some help for, Crow? What I got arms for, Crow? You think I can't crawl to work? I'll be there.
You gotta cut the water.
I'll tell you right now. If my back was not messed up, I'd cut through the air right now. I'll tell you right now. Next question.
Me?
No, Rashawn or Chris.
Oh, I gotta get the Google list.
Okay. I think my question would be if you could, if there was no such thing as, racism. Racism.
Oh, racism. Okay.
In America, what time period would be the one that you would want to live in?
The 1950s.
Why? Aesthetic?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I love like anywhere from like the 40s to the 60s. I love that time period. Mm-hmm. But racism, so I couldn't like go.
You might have been halfway.
Halfway.
Yeah, man. They would have been like, you know what? I kind of like this one right there. Keep it right outside the school.
Yeah, I love that time period so much. So,
what about you, Sean?
That's my answer.
You gonna say a hairspray time period?
Hell no.
But you're not. There's no
race. I want to say just like right now, but
I feel like you would go to the 90s.
For entertainment's sake, I would go to the 20s.
Ooh.
The roaring 20s.
That's a party, darling. It's an absolute party.
Great Gatsby. Yeah, just like big parties, and I always wear a tuxedo with the tails.
A hat.
Always wearing a hat. I drive those nice ass cars. Mm-hmm. I have moonshine in my back trunk.
You got a snuff box.
Darling, there's a party.
Good, Chris. Imagine your ancestors was here in America.
Oh man. I don't know. I say the 90s. I'd relive that over again. 90s was
An adult in the 90s.
an adult in the 90s.
Yeah, it's a good one too.
Good movies are coming out.
Yeah.
Like shit's like new, but not new. The internet's like, yo,
Yeah.
still be making that sound.
The dial-up.
Can be on the phone.
Man, I would be in the early 2000s as an adult. Because I'm telling you right now, I'd have been invested in Google, invested in Amazon. Man, I would invest in everything that's making people double billionaires right now.
That's facts.
Oh, man, I'd be Shaq. I'll be so lit. By this point in time, I've been like looking down on all of y'all. You guys haven't made 100 million yet?
I'd be dead, so you wouldn't be looking.
Why are you dead?
I was in the 20s.
Oh, right.
Nah, but you could still live.
You could still be alive. You'd just be old.
If I was an adult in the 20s?
An adult,
an
as
adult,
in an early age adult, like in your 20s.
Like 13.
So I'm 100.
Yeah. By 2000? Slit.
Nah, I'm okay. Go on, lay me to rest.
That moonshot would definitely kill you.
Yeah,
The
he's
moonshot
out.
would definitely kill. What about you, Carmela?
What?
She said that.
Oh no, yeah. I would be
No. Would you be dead?
by the no.
Nah, bro. I don't think so.
Yeah, 50, 60.
Okay. Yeah.
Be
Should
old.
be-
I'll be,
I'd be
in my
old.
30s, 40s.
I'll be still stunting on you. I'll be like, hey,
Relax.
you ain't got the 100? Be gone. One last question. One last round.
Okay.
Make it a good one.
What is the most bizarre thing that has ever happened to you? Dun dun dun.
I don't know how I'm still alive. Either. Most bizarre thing that's ever happened to you, Sean?
Ooh,
People aren't going to believe this, but
I believe it.
I know.
He hasn't even said it yet.
I know.
She just loves the guy.
Yeah, fair enough.
We have the Witch Mountain thing because we're twins. We have the same mind, the same brain. Is that what happens in Witch Mountain? The twins? Forget it.
My mom just texted me, do you have Amazon Prime Time?
Okay, so there was an alley. You've been to my house, Kelby, the old house we lived at. There was an alley behind our house where you could connect to the sidewalk at the park. Whatever. I was walking Copper, and this lady is driving. I'm on my way back to the house, and this lady's driving through the alley to get to the street. And she stops, and she opens her door, and she looks at me and Copper, and she's super excited to see Copper. Copper jumps into her lap in the car, and I'm like, Copper, I told you not to like eagerly, greet white people, but she did it anyway.
We had a deal.
I taught you this. And she's like, oh my God, it is so great. Da, 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 da. And I had just ended a relationship, and we had gotten to talking, and she was like, I feel like I sense something in you, like you've been hurt. And I was like, yeah, I just got out of a relationship. And she was like, what did they do to you? And I was like, it's too long to go into detail. And I'm starting to get a little creeped out because we've been talking for a few minutes. And she's like, you know what? And she like tries to grab my hand. I don't let her. And if you don't know this, everyone does know this. Both of my parents are pastors. And I'm a very firm believer in the power of discernment. Anyhow, she starts talking about how she can see my energy and she can see that what this person did to me is going to come back on them twofold. And she's like, I believe that he's going to get what's coming to him. Like, it's going to happen. And I'm like, okay, Copper, get out of this lady's lap. And like, I pull him and I just walk away and I'm like, oh, thank you so much. And she offers to trade phone numbers and she wants to talk more. And I'm like, oh, no. It's okay. And so I take Copper, like yank the leash and I'm walking away. And then she's like, I don't know why you had to walk away like that. And she starts like whispering under her breath. And so I walk away and then out of nowhere, she like flips it back on and she's like, okay, it's fine. Have a great day. And I turn around and I look at her. She's waving towards me. And the face that I see, I don't know how to describe this other than the face that I saw on her face was not her face. And it was not of this world. And it was like one of the creepiest things I've ever experienced in my life. But when I looked back and I saw her, she had like flipped between 3 different emotions in that 10 minutes that we spoken. And then when I looked back and I saw her, it was like her eyes and her mouth and her nose were like gone. And the face that I saw on this person was not human. And I had this like terrified feeling for the rest of the day.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah. That is.
And it was like broad daylight. It was like 3 PM. I was about to go to work and I just took Copper around the block for a walk and I ran into this woman and I cannot, like, I wish I could draw what I saw and it would probably like scare the shit out of me. But what I saw on that lady's face was not
a face.
What did it look like?
It looked like she wasn't angry. The face wasn't angry. She was smiling, but I couldn't see her eyes anymore. I couldn't see her mouth. It was just like it was like plastered on top of her face. And all of her like features were gone. So it was like faceless and at the same time, it was just like sunken in and looking at me. That's all.
The real question now is, how is that ex doing?
How did I know that's what you're going to pick out, man?
I'm just trying to see if what she said was going to come to truth.
I don't know.
He did.
No, you're not.
It was him in the lady's body.
Yeah, he was like, I'm going to get him.
That's why Copper knew him.
Yeah, he hopped in the car. I don't know. It was like to this day I can see that picture in my head of her face, and it's pretty gross.
It's fucking terrifying.
Yeah, no, Did you write something about that?
You should.
No, I should, but
sick. What about you, Chris?
I mean, hang out with you a lot, so there's a lot of bizarre things. No. I mean, maybe we saw some crazy stuff on Graveyard the like 3 times I've done Graveyard. But
nothing like that.
There was one time I was walking with another guard in the mall in the middle of the night, and we were walking towards where the bars are at.
Yeah.
So it was pitch black, all the lights are off inside the mall. And we're walking and we're having a conversation, we're looking at each other, talking, and then all of a sudden I was looking at the floor or whatever, and the guy next to me is talking and he stops mid-sentence and I was like, "Are you okay?" And he's just looking straight up and I look up and there was like a balloon, like a turtle little kid balloon, the one that has the weight at the bottom.
Oh yeah.
It was like just floating straight towards us. And we like watched it, stood like to the side so it could pass us, and it just like drifted off. I was like, what the fuck? I got to get the hell out of here. So we walked extra fast towards the bar. So like, no,
and I'm done.
I'm not about it.
I'm scared of Chris. It's just a pocket of air.
Scary.
Pennywise.
Yeah.
Ooh, the Halloween episode.
Spooky.
No thanks.
Did I tell you guys the story about my aunt's neighbor that turned into a goat?
No, must have missed that one.
You know what? We would have remembered if
Yeah.
you would have told us that story.
Let me call somebody. Do 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 do.
Just hear, pa.
Yeah, the phone going answer.
Black Phillip. Have you seen The Witch?
Wait, wish.
Wish.
Not The Witches, but The Witch.
What's in that?
I don't know if you know anyone in it. You've seen Split?
Yeah.
The lead girl. She's in The Witch.
Oh, it just came out then.
Like 4 or 5 years ago. Watch it.
This one.
Pick up the phone. Pick up the phone. Dun 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 dun.
Have reached the voicemail.
Stupid.
Damn.
All right, so my aunt's neighbor in Brooklyn, he practiced voodoo.
Oh, goodness.
I have seen him whip ghosts with a fur whip. I've seen doors open and close when he tells him to go inside, go clean my room. I've seen quiet.
Seen some stuff.
And he's a light-skinned, bald guy with gold eyes.
Ooh.
So he wasn't necessarily, it didn't feel like he was Haitian. He kind of looked more like a Puerto Rican. But he was Haitian. He spoke Creole. He was, you just don't expect that guy to be Haitian. But he was. And there have been incidents where I have, pastors in my family too, where they have gone to help him out, fix his fence and whatever, and we use his mystic powers to drop anchors or hammers or whatever upon their head tops, and they don't feel anything. I have seen him offer us all chicken, and we all said no, except for my cousin Alan, who went and took the chicken, and we snatched it from him, and when we opened it up, it was filled with white powder. Yeah. So this one particular time, this guy, if you know Brooklyn, the houses are about 45 inches apart from each other and they go up to the bottom, the tip of the clouds. So when you go to the very top, you can look window to window and see what's happening over there. Mm-hmm. And my cousins looked through the window and there he was, the neighbor with his gold eyes. He stared at them, and out of his face grew fur.
What?
And he started transforming and turning into a goat. And we knew it was him because the goat had the same eyes.
My goodness.
Wasn't a very long story.
That's so crazy.
That's so really crazy. How is he doing?
I don't know. I don't talk to that fool. You think I'm MySpace friends with him?
He was in my top 8 for a while.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Well, creepy.
That's gnarly.
Voodoo.
That voodoo that you do.
I don't do that. I'm a good child of God. Understand? Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. Amen. Hallelujah. Y'all saw Davon's speech on Big Brother?
Yeah, it was so good.
Sick. All right. We'll get into some normal topics after this break.
This is a Blackstalgia podcast.
All right. We back at it on the show. That was a fun game, Carmels.
Yay, I'm glad you
Good
guys liked
choice.
it. Thanks for playing.
You liked it, Rashawn?
Oh,
I have a somewhat serious question to ask you guys.
Okay.
I often notice that the fight that the LGBT community has and what they've gone through is often kind of lumped into minority and or black issues. Do you guys feel like they are the same or similar? And or do they need different, should they just be in different conversations?
I would say they are similar, but not the same.
Tell me.
because I think you can pick apart, for example, this, maybe a white queer male doesn't have the same struggles as a lesbian Black woman.
That's a good point.
So while both of them do have issues, they are not the same because of race. Right?
Do you feel like race is it can sometimes overpower, or not overpower, but overshadow that? And I guess my question would be, if you were to describe yourself, would you say, and perhaps this is a better question for you, would you say I'm a Black man or Black person that is a part of the LGBTQIA community, or would you swap them? Like what
leads the identity?
What defines your identity?
I would probably say I would go with race first. Because I am straight, so I wouldn't necessarily say I am a straight Black and Latina female. I would just say
but that's because that's what's normal, like norm in society.
like to say it like that.
Yeah, because you don't have to tell anybody that you're straight.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So I think everybody would just assume.
People, I guess like people would assume unless told.
Right.
So yeah, therefore I would lead with, I guess, race.
Yeah. I've never really, outside of AMDA, I've never really been asked, maybe by a few people, but.
Like about your sexuality?
Yeah. But I feel like I wanted to ask this question in this space because I just noticed that it typically becomes, if we talk about race, other factors, kind of get lumped in together. And I don't know if that's disrespectful to different fights. Does that make sense? Because it's like, well, it's not all the same. And I don't think that a general conversation benefits the specific needs and desires of different communities.
Yeah.
I don't think that if you answer if you answer a problem that the Black community has, it doesn't automatically answer a problem that the LGBTQ community has. But their issues are often just kind of like, oh, well, put together.
I think they are lumped together because we as people of color and then the LGBTQ community are both maybe ostracized communities, if I could say that. Whereas we both have that what's the word I'm looking for? We don't. Yeah, like we're similar in the same that we don't have like maybe all the rights and the first picks at stuff.
Yeah.
But yes, it's not the same thing.
Does that bother anybody?
Bother? No. Like in the way of that we're not the same or that we are, or
no, that it's like, to give you an example. After the George Floyd incident, we have the Black Lives Matter kind of campaign. Everybody was out, and I'm not 100% sure because I'm not a part of the community. Perhaps something had happened and it I just am not aware of it. But the slogan was added on, like Black Trans Lives Matters. So I was a little bit confused as to where it came from. Now, I did ask around because I just wanted to receive more information.
Yeah.
And I believe that it may have been a month where it was just kind of honoring
Trans lives.
Yeah, and like just kind of passing off information, about the trials and tribulations that one, community goes through and ones of another. So I just wanted to see if the answers were similar for one community as they would be for another, because I know that if I had one specific problem, if I have back pain, which I do, I don't think that I would take the same drug for if I had nausea.
Yeah.
Two things that are, that need assistance, but I don't know if they have the same answers. So I don't know if you feel like lumping things that are similar would lead to productive solutions or effective solutions, I'd rather say.
I think it would be, to use your analogy, like what hurts worse in the moment. Does your back hurt worse or is it your nausea? Which is kind of like the whole thing behind like the Black Lives Matter thing, right? Like a lot of people are like, well, all lives matter, like
right. Brown
people, we have a struggle too. Yeah, yes, we do. But at the moment, this is where we're at.
Well, that means that we're now separating the issues. So is that what we're doing? Separating the issues
from like other cultures?
No, because if it's Black Lives Matter, which is what the topic of today is, would we need to just kind of have a separate slogan or separate organization to effectively get results for each community?
I mean, we could. I don't feel like there would be anything wrong with that. I think it's, if that's what it takes to see change for those people that need the help or whatever, then sure. I think
I think that as someone who lives at that intersectionality where, as a queer person of color, I think the histories are different, but the fight should be the same. As far as like your analogy, like, yes, my back hurts and yes, I'm nauseous, but the overall diagnosis is that I need medicine. And I think that to compare George Floyd or Breonna Taylor to Pulse.
Tell me, Pulse is Orlando?
Yes.
Okay.
I think to compare the two incidents is doing a disservice to either group, because the bottom line of it is discrimination and systemic pain. That's,
I didn't even think about it like that.
I think, gay marriage, same-sex marriage was just legalized, 4 years ago? The act of lynching was literally just declared a hate crime. So I think to kind of, there's also probably a topic for a different conversation where there's homophobia in the African American community. I've faced racism, I've faced homophobia, and sometimes at the same time. So I think I understand where the anger comes from, where, the fight for Black Lives Matter is not the fight for LGBTQIA plus. But as someone who is affected by both causes and both fights, I think that to tell me that this part of me matters more than this part, just because one affects the color of my skin and the other is part of my identity, is not helpful to the conversation. And I think if we're going to fight, let's fight. But don't tell me to put my sword down and hold up my shield, because it doesn't help the fight.
Now, my question is for you. Do you feel like, so let's say the current fight in America as a Black person, someone would say, is largely the dealing with police. And in my opinion, it would be on a larger scale, the legal system, where there is the idea that police can do X, Y, and Z without facing A, B, and C. So to me, I think that that's a bigger issue than police brutality, only because you could tell a child to not eat candy as much as you'd like, but if you don't punish them ever, then, it means nothing. So do you think that as far as just the messaging goes, effectively, they may be two wars, but are they effectively being won together? Not to say not to not fight for it, but just because there is kind of like a break in the Black community itself, dealing with homosexuality in the Black community, and I feel like there's a rift there that slows things down just a little bit. And then just kind of mixing them together, I feel like there is a way for each party to get to their final goal and destination in a clean fight faster if they were slightly more separate.
I don't think separation and compartmentalizing people's identity really helps anyone. I think because if the fight is just for Black Lives Matter, but the forefront of that is cisgendered, straight Black men, you leave behind Black women, you leave behind queer African Americans, you leave behind Black trans lives. And I think I posted that, just like that phrase, Black trans lives matter, and radio silence. But I think if we can separate Black Lives Matter from All Lives Matter, then I think Black trans lives matter needs to be in that equation. And
as a separate thing?
No.
Okay.
I think Black Lives Matter needs to include Black trans lives. And the fact that there is no national knowledge of the Black trans people that are being murdered
by the hand of
anyone.
Okay, got it.
If they're dying, and they're dying. You know what I mean?
Got it.
I think that's where the problem becomes, well, equality, but not equality, but not really. You know what I mean?
I understand what you're saying. I think my questioning is more about the specific aspects of the quote unquote fight. If it's police reform, jail reform, reformation of laws and things like that, in these very specific cases where we see police versus Black, does not Black encompass everyone who is in these communities, which would be LGBTQIA+? Or does it make sense to compartmentalize it because they are being left out of these very specific fights? Or is that even an issue within the community, which would be the people versus the organization, or the people versus the law enforcement?
What's the question? I'm so sorry.
I would say I'm asking if because the quote unquote fight is so specific, which would be lives of black people getting taken away by law enforcement and not receiving justice for that, and the fight that the LGBTQ community is going. Are they similar? Are they the same? Is that something that people in that community are facing, or can they not fall into the all-encompassing slogan Black Lives Matter?
I guess that comes down to a question of, do all Black lives matter?
Sure.
Do we fight as hard for Black queer lives? And I don't as a Black queer life, I don't know.
But I'm asking if that is something within the community that we, the people who are not within it, is that a fight that you guys are going through? The people versus the organization. I think that's my question. Because I'm a little bit unaware, and I want to gain some knowledge on the subject, but I just don't know enough about why certain compartmentalization has happened. Does that make sense?
It does, but I mean, I guess why then in that regard, why isn't it just stop police brutality? You know what I mean? And that, I feel like in that broader sense, that would also negate the use of the movement Black Lives Matter, but it shouldn't. You know what I mean? Everyone wants to stop police brutality,
Right.
but Black Lives Matter is the cusp of that. And I think even within that, then you get Black trans lives and Black and queer people of color. So I don't have a problem with the compartmentalizing those movements, because I think those words also need to be said. Because if that was the case, we would just, all the hashtags would just be stop police brutality.
Right.
But that is the big picture, but that's not the issue at hand. The issue at hand is Black Lives Matter.
Yes. So all Black lives.
Sure.
Okay. So I think my main question is I am unaware of the fight. Is there a police versus LGBT community fight? Is that a war that's happening and I'm just not sure?
I don't know, but I guess, are you questioning why these are being brought up? Is that what you're saying?
I think I'm questioning the time in which it was brought up. And I feel like Black Lives Matter was a response, is a response to situations that have happened, right? So like George Floyd happens, naturally, we see the Black Lives Matter campaign and rallies and marching and all of this. Now, after that, I saw Black Trans Lives Matter, and I was wondering, did something else, is this a response to something, or like I'm just out of the loop? So I wasn't sure if it was a response.
You're just not being made aware of the lives that are being lost.
Right.
Okay. And they are at the hands of police?
Not always, no.
Okay, got
A lot of them are sometimes specifically hate crimes.
Got it. So it was just kind of honoring the lives of people who were affected by hate crimes.
Yes.
But there was no like large case in that moment that made everybody start saying about that?
Correct.
Okay, got it. Okay. I was looking for that because I was a little confused, to be honest with you. So I think information is good to know, just because, when you start seeing these things, you're not 100% sure what's happened. And when you're not in certain communities, you don't get a lot of information. You don't know a lot.
Which I think is a part of the problem.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that was good to know. I wanted to ask. Serious stuff. I have another serious thing, and I want to read it out loud to you guys.
Okay.
And after that, we can go back to joking. Okay. So I wanted to pull something out because it has everything to do with black people. Are you guys both aware that both Joe Biden and Donald Trump have a black agenda?
Yes, but I want to read more. Honestly, I want to read more about it before we discuss it. But
Okay.
Yeah.
I wanted to just read a little bit of each one, and we could talk about it down the line, But Biden's plan is called the Lift Every Voice, the Biden Plan for Black America. And it starts off like this. It says, Joe Biden knows that African Americans can never have a fair shot at the American dream so long as entrenched disparities are allowed to quietly chip away at opportunity. He's running for president to rebuild our economy in a way that finally brings everyone along, and that starts by rooting our systemic racism from our laws, our policies, our institutions, and our hearts. This mission is more important now than ever before, as the health and economic impacts of COVID-19 have shined a light on and cruelly exacerbated the disparities long faced by African Americans. In April 2020, Biden called on the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention to collect more data regarding how COVID-19 is affecting communities, including breaking down its impact by race. I'm going to skip down a little bit, and he has this to say. The Biden plan for Black America will, number one, advance the economic mobility of African Americans and close the racial wealth and income gaps. Number two, expand access to high quality education and tackle racial inequity in our education system. Number three, make far reaching investments in ending health disparities by race. Number four, strengthen America's commitment to justice. Number five, make the right to vote and the right to equal protection real for African Americans. And lastly, address environmental justice. So he wants to advance the economic mobility of African Americans and close the racial gap, which he has a plan saying that approximately 4% of small business owners are African American, even though African Americans make up approximately 13% of the population. So he has a plan on how he would like to double the funding for state small business credit initiatives. He states how the Obama-Biden administration created the state small business credit initiative, and it was to support small businesses, driving $10 billion in new lending for each $1 billion in small business credit initiative funds. He wants to drive by 2025 about $3 billion in federal funding, driving close to $30 billion in private sector. Next, he wants you to buy a house, and there's going to be a credit. If you're going to be a first-time buyer, you could get up to $15,000 to purchase your first home. He wants to increase the opportunities for African American owned businesses to obtain or participate in federal contracts, which means that he wants more Black business owners to partner up with the government and get some of that money that they can print. Economic relief for COVID-19 for Black businesses. And I already told you guys about the homeowner tax cut. He wants to roll back a lot of Trump administration policies, gutting fair lending and fair housing protections for homeowners, give local elected officials the tools and resources that they need to combat gentrification. As you guys know, gentrification is when they come into your neighborhood and they remake the entire thing. There's good and bad that come with gentrification. It's not all bad, but it's not all good either, depending on who you are and where you live. One of the things that might be good for us is he wants to forgive all undergraduate tuition-related federal student debt from 2 to 4 year public colleges for
God bless.
debt holders earning up to $125,000.
God bless.
This will also apply to individuals holding federal student loans for tuitions from private HBCUs and MSIs. He wants to forgive loan payments for individuals making $25,000 or less per year, and capping loan payments at 5% of discretionary income for those making more. And let me come down here a little bit more. He wants to make far-reaching investments in ending health disparities by race. As you know, there is an insurance problem and access to healthcare when it comes into certain communities, mainly because of economic reasons. He wants to build a diverse pipeline of healthcare professionals by investing in healthcare graduate programs at HBCUs and MSIs. As part of the Biden's more than $70 billion investment in HBCUs and MSIs, he'll invest $5 billion in graduate programs in healthcare, along with teaching STEM at HBCUs. He wants to strengthen Americans' commitment to justice. Our criminal justice system cannot be just unless we root out the racial, gender, and income-based disparities in the system. This is all directly, by the way, from JoeBiden.com. He wants to end the criminalization of poverty. Cash bail is the modern-day debtor's prison. Biden will lead a national effort to end cash bail and reform our pretrial system, that putting in place instead a system that is fair and does not inject further discrimination or bias into the process. He wants to stop companies from profiteering off of incarceration, which you guys already know about. And if you don't, you can watch and understand a little bit more by watching Ava DuVernay's 13 on Netflix, and also do some more reading and research for yourself. I wouldn't take all of my facts and everything from a single movie, but
The 13th.
The 13th. Thank you. And let's see here. And lastly, he wants to address environmental justice. It says here, Biden knows we cannot turn a blind eye to the way in which environmental burdens and beliefs have been and will continue to be distributed unevenly along racial and socioeconomic lines, not just with respect to climate change, but also pollution of our air, water, and land. He talks about how he's getting some information from the Asthma and Allergy Foundation of America and how it affects your body, how it affects your life. And I noticed that he's very big on, the planet. Okay, so that is just an overview of what Joe Biden has to offer. I thought it was very important that we speak a little bit about it because we're about a month away from Election Day. And I know some people have seen Trump's and said, I want to know more about Biden's. When is he going to put one out? And he has one. And it's called the Lift Every Voice and Sing. If you guys don't know too much about it, Biden's overall plan is to pump about $150 billion into the Black community, to help businesses grow, to help go to schools, as you heard, environmental and healthcare. Okay.
Right on.
Trump's is called the Platinum Plan. Kind of like that because it's like
He's just going to put the beep through the whole thing.
it sounds like he's selling records. Like, yeah, we went platinum. You know what I mean? So the first thing it says is Trump's pillars. Number 1, opportunity, security, prosperity, and fairness. The first one says, by achieving historic employment levels for Black Americans, as well as increasing access to capital for new businesses, President Trump has been committed to ensuring all Black Americans can achieve the American dream. Number 2, security says, by signing into law the celebrated First Step Act, President Trump has brought common sense criminal justice reform to the American people for the first time in decades. while ensuring that our streets and communities are safe for families and business owners. And by the way, this comes directly from Trump's website. The next one says prosperity. As the first president to provide long-term funding to historically black colleges and universities, the administration continues to seek immediate and generational advancement for black Americans. Fairness, as demonstrated through his actions to initiate investment into opportunity zones, as well as address health disparities, wage gaps, and necessary education reforms. President Trump works every day to advance a fair and just America for the black community. So here are a few of his talking points. It says here, President Trump, his promise to black America over the next 4 years. Number one, increase access to capital in black communities by almost $500 billion. 300 million new jobs for the black community, creating 500,000 new black-owned businesses. Increase access to capital in black communities by almost 500 billion. Sorry, we read that. Safe urban neighborhoods with highest policing standards. Commit to working on a second step act. Access to better education and job training opportunities. Give black churches the ability to compete for federal resources for their community. Bring better and tailored health care to address historic disparities. Immigration policy that protects American jobs. Advance home ownership opportunities and enhance financial literacy in the black community. Onshoring manufacturing to advance jobs and develop opportunities for black-owned businesses. It literally says jobs, jobs, jobs. He invest almost $20 billion toward broadband and internet access to create job opportunities, improving classroom connectivity, and the ability to utilize telehealth services. That is the bottom of a lengthy list. Fueling access to capital for black business owners. It's a good list right there as well. Safe streets as far as safety and justice. Better and cheaper healthcare. Reducing the costs and improve access to quality healthcare through HRSA. Deliver real price transparency so you know the cost before care is received. I wish, on a side note, I wish I had something like that before, because I had a surgery one time and it was $100,000. I had no clue. Federal, state, and local community partnership to close failing schools to replace with full school choice and education opportunity to put American parents back in control over the children's futures. Increase child care tax credits and provide greater accessibility to qualified preschool. Education African Americans can afford. Continue to protect the vital role of historically black colleges and universities. Advance target apprenticeship and job training programs. And lastly, prosperous black communities. Champion federal policy reforms to advance home ownership initiatives. Make Juneteenth a national holiday. Prosecute the KKK and Antifa as terrorist organizations and making lynching a national hate crime. Fuel black farmers and access to healthy foods to address food disparities. Defend religious liberty and African American churches that lift the conscience of our nation, and collaborate with our cities and counties to address mental illness and substance abuse. Now, I thought it was important that I read that and not give a single opinion, because when it comes to being black, when it comes to being in this nation, I think it's important to understand what initiatives are being done, what systems are being sent our way, what dollars are being sent our way. And not only that, I don't necessarily think it's important to only focus on the money. I know I'm saying that. That sounds crazy. But there is power in information. And how can you offer our people in our community the most money and the most information to keep your hands off of it? By that, I mean for us to generate it, regenerate it, regrow it, and not stop there. So I wanted to just give that information. I noticed around social media this past week, there has been just a lack of people knowing that they exist. that these plans exist. And I wanted to put it out there because, like I said, information is power. So that's my segment on that.
Thanks, Kelby.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad they both exist. There's no scenario in which I vote for Donald Trump. So
Same for me.
You don't have to vote for anybody that I think anybody endorses, you know. But I did want to just put the information out there.
sure.
You know, that way we know it exists and nobody could say that they didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure. All right. I'm done with serious stuff.
Okay. What you
I
got?
don't believe it.
What you got?
Peace up, A-Town.
Tell me the last time you put your life on the line.
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ.
We back to 20 questions.
Yeah, actually, tell me the last time you put your life on the line.
My life?
Yeah, your life. But in a fun way. Like,
But say it in a fun way.
yeah. No. Because anytime you like go to Vegas, you pretty much know you're about to put your life on the line. You don't know what pill you're taking.
Oh.
Hold on.
Hold
I don't
on.
know. The guy said it was a transformer. I took it. Yeah, I had a great time.
Transform.
Well, this was like when I was little.
Oh boy.
So, but this is like the first thing I could think about. I was at the carnival, like the local carnival.
Okay.
And you know those rides that are like kites, so you have to like lay down like this.
Yeah.
So I got in, and I was the only person on the ride because I remember that it was like still kind of daytime. You don't go to a carnival till nighttime.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I went during the day, but yeah.
Oh, it's cheaper.
I mean,
Cheaper.
I like
That's
to be
fair.
able to see everything.
Yeah, but the
Everything lights up.
lights.
They got lights.
No, I don't know. I like
We
it.
went. We went that one time at night in North Hollywood.
I went earlier
yeah.
that day too.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Get a funnel cake.
Got some funnel cake.
I don't think
You did.
I got.
That's the whole purpose we went.
For the funnel cake.
He was
I
like, I
like
gotta go to a carnival. I never had funnel cake. I was like, let's go.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Then I had fun. Okay, it was lit.
I barely remember, but I remember it was lit. But yeah, so I remember I was there, excited, and they have to strap you in from the back, right?
Listen, I don't do anything from the back.
Well, this is the last time I did anything from the back. And so I'm laid down, excited, and I see the carny, like, just go back to his booth. And, like, I'm kind of looking like, oh, maybe I didn't feel or hear him strap me in. And then the ride just starts taking off. And I'm like, I don't think I'm strapped in. And, like, I'm reaching an altitude, and I just, like, slowly start sliding back, and I hit the dust. Yeah. And luckily it wasn't like, it's plastic, so I was sliding off, so it wasn't like I could go any faster because I was gonna fall off anyway. And I hit the dust, and I just see my dad like hop over the little fence, and he just like yokes me up. And he, checks if I'm okay. And he just like ripped into that carny. And we fucking left. Yeah.
This is why I don't be riding them rides. This is why I want to go during the daytime, because when my body goes slinging, you got to see me.
Well, I was the
I'm the
only one
same
on the
color as the
ride.
sky.
I was the only one on the ride. This guy didn't give a fuck. So day or night, my life was on the line.
You should have sued.
I know.
You would not be who you are right now. Definitely would have made a clean millie.
Yeah. I should have like pretended to hit my head on a rock or something.
I would have peed myself.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Gosh, I got to talk to Mr. Diaz Lolar.
Just Lawler.
Yeah, Mr. Lawler. What about you, Rashawn?
I swallowed a penny once.
Oh.
How did you swallow a penny? Did you not realize it?
No, I thought it was funny. Me and my best friend, we were just in my room, and I swallowed it, and I was like, "I'm gonna die." And
Did you get your ass beat?
She was like, "I know." No, my parents don't know about this. And so I laid on my bed, and my best friend, she just like tapped all my parts of my stomach, and we were just like, when is it gonna go in my stomach? Oh no, I'm gonna die.
What was tapping the stomach gonna do?
I
Just
was like,
find it.
To check on it.
You hear the change clink.
Yeah.
there it is.
You know what you gotta do? You gotta press the belly button just to know that that's the Coke you ordering. And then
It won't come out. You banging on the thing.
Yeah.
But I'm still here. It might still be in there. Who knows?
It definitely is not.
You don't know.
Well, that's how he saves his money.
Oh, yes.
Genius. You eat it.
Can't spend it if I ate it. Or maybe I only spend it when I eat it.
Oh. What about you, Kelby?
My life on the line. You know, when I was in high school, I want to say high school, I used to get driven home by this guy named Marco, and he's a cool dude and everything, but he drives like a speed demon. And he's one of those guys that like he doesn't go from 0 to 60. He goes 0-60.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he sits like with his car seat all the way back, so he couldn't even see the road. But he would just be like, "Hey, get out of my car." And then you get in, and then I remember like my heart went to the other side of my chest. He would be driving me home, Marco, and he would just, dude used to get me home in about 38 seconds. I think that might have been the last time that I was just like,
Yeah, I'm gonna die today.
yeah, I'm really out here making $5.50 an hour, and I'm gonna die in Marco's car. But you know what?
You're still here to tell the tale.
We lit. It's here.
It's here.
What's the craziest party story?
Ooh, craziest party story.
I know Rashawn got something in there.
Ooh.
Because we all think Rashawn is like such a perfect guy. People be, I agree with him. Shut up. Rashawn's evil.
Damn.
In a good way, like cool evil.
Like you see the
Thanks. I don't know.
You think?
Now, come on, tell me.
craziest.
Tell me.
I don't know.
What about the one where you sit on the chair and said a speech?
What kind of speech did you
Kelby
say?
was there.
Kelby was there.
Um,
Yes, you were.
Wasn't it? That's not a crazy story.
No, that was just fun.
I have a heck of a memory. Tell me the story.
It was supposed to be a nice little game night. Cheese and crackers for 6. And I invited like 3 or 4 people over to play some games. Nice little taboo, little catchphrase.
What place was this?
Craner.
Where he saw the demon lady.
Where I saw a demon. By the Habit.
In NoHo.
Panorama?
In NoHo.
No.
It was a small place.
Trish was there?
Trish was.
No, she was
no,
not
she
there.
wasn't.
Okay. All right.
And then the party, we played games for maybe 10 minutes, and then the lights went down, and ended up like 50 people deep in our small living room. And I stood on the chair in the middle of the room. I told everyone to act right, pour some drinks. We turned off the lights and we turned some music up, and it got
Ratchet.
and the cops showed up. Later.
It was such a good party.
Was this
Sean's an
Halloween?
instigator.
No,
They used to have the crazy Halloween party.
we did.
I'm telling you, I used to go there not dressed up at all. And then oh man.
He
that
left
was
in a
it.
costume.
Oh yeah. I was a slutty angel one year. I don't know how I got to that, but I left that way. I don't remember this party at all.
Maybe Devion and
Crystal were there for sure.
So I think you maybe rolled up. You be leaving.
Was this there was a downstairs area?
No, it's just one level.
This was in NoHo, off of.
What was the one where Allie lived there? Or
That
wasn't Allie?
was Courtine. Oh, that was Heartsook. That was
Wait.
Allie didn't live there.
Okay.
But-
You know who I'm talking about. Live downstairs. There was a downstairs, and then you could go there, and you could like be on the patio.
Yeah, that was hard.
Allie didn't live there.
Oh shit. Okay.
They were all just there for the Halloween party.
Oh, okay.
They're just always there. Yeah.
Oh shoot. I don't know.
I remember that party. I broke a shower door at that party.
Oh, sure did.
Well, tell me about that.
I was just making out.
You're so into it. Bah!
This is so right.
I didn't live there yet. I just,
That's true. Those parties I would never.
Not yet.
What?
Eventually I lived there, but that night of the party.
You lived there.
Yeah.
Who else was there?
Me, Marla, Raymond, or maybe did Ray still live there at the time? No. So it was me, Marla, Santi, Ernie.
Maybe.
I've been meaning to ask about that guy.
Maybe. It was like during this time where people were like leaving and then another person would come.
Yeah.
It was right before graduation.
Yeah, it was that like
I see.
we don't know where everyone's going.
I have pictures from that night.
Yeah.
I was like super small at that time.
Me too.
Yeah.
Those parties I would never make it past like 12:30, 1 a.m.
Most parties.
Most.
You would fall asleep?
Yeah, sure. Fall asleep from blacking out.
Damn.
I remember one time we had a party.
I'm over here innocent, man.
Literally, we had a party in April. It was a luau party. Then we had a party in May, which was me and Rashawn's birthday. And then we had another party after that. Like it was just like
we got evicted party.
yeah, it was like consecutive parties.
Y'all got evicted?
We got evicted, dude.
Yeah.
For partying too much?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Is this the apartment where you walk in, you see to the right is the kitchen, you keep going straight is the living room?
That's Craner. That's the one, the game night that we were talking about. We got kicked out of the 2-level one.
Oh, I know that night. I was not there.
You weren't there?
No.
But you remember?
I know that night. Okay.
What is that?
I'll tell you off.
I can tell you off the pod.
I know that night. Okay.
No,
okay.
he'd be trying to pull people out. Say it.
No. It ain't my business.
What happened was
That's it. Boom. That's it. And then it was a short one. No, it was short. Okay, got it. So that was at that apartment. Okay.
Yeah,
got
the
it.
2-level one is the one we got kicked out of.
Yep.
For partying too much.
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember you guys being like, we trying not to party that much.
Yeah.
She literally came to the door and she was like, "You guys know you're done, right?" And we were like, "Yeah."
Shit was like already being packed.
Because I told off some neighbor. I was like,
You did? Mm-hmm. There's something about you, Rashawn. There's a couple guys in there that they got it in them.
It's Rashawn.
They're like super nice, and they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna pray for you," and then they bust out a gun.
I don't like disrespect. And she disrespected us.
She did.
She was
rude.
disrespectful, so
they
I
bust
had
out
to.
a gun.
Yeah, nah, that's what Rashawn would do. He just bust it right out of his head. I'll shoot you. I've seen non-faceless people.
For real. Fuck.
She's a demon.
I remember that night. Like I remember walking in. I went with Frank at the 2-level apartment. I have a hard time remembering exactly what happened that night. But
This is one we got kicked out of.
yeah.
Yeah.
You guys were like, yeah, we're done with these parties. When you went to that North Hollywood one, I was like, yo, it's been a good minute. You was like, we trying to stay here.
And
Yeah.
then we just kept doing them.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we had 2 Halloween parties there.
I did not go to none of them.
3 Halloween parties.
3.
I went to one of them
Yeah, you went to.
You went to a
at
couple.
least 2.
at that place.
Yeah.
We had 3
I
Halloween
don't
parties.
remember these things.
Then our last one was at Vesper with the wooden floor.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah,
very last Halloween party we've had.
yeah. I remember that night. Took somebody home.
Oh my goodness.
I didn't take them home. I literally drove them to their home.
Oh.
Damn, Kelby, you responsible.
Yeah. I was just like, oh, you've been drinking. I
That
should
was a
drive you home.
fun night. I love Halloween parties.
I know. This entire place is Halloweened out. there gonna be a Halloween party?
No, COVID, baby.
Yeah.
COVID, and I just feel like even if there was no COVID, we would have to see at the North Hollywood place. We would give our neighbors like, oh, here's some movie tickets. Like, go have fun. We're gonna have a party. So we could, because we knew we were gonna get a noise complaint. So I feel like we would have to do that here because there's not a lot of young people in this complex. So they'd be like, those damn kids.
Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense.
It's not big enough.
And it's not big
There's
enough.
no space here.
But who needs space when you're grinding? Am I right?
Yo, Carmela
Right?
really needs a little. She needs a little bit of love. Carmela be going crazy on the Lil Wayne. I threw one party one time.
The street party, the block party.
I don't really count that.
Oh, that was fun.
That was fun. Somebody tried to burn down the building that day.
Oh, Jesus.
Right on.
No, it was a night where I think it was me, Frank, Redman. We was in the kitchen. We was like, yo, we gonna throw a party. We still had that gin on top of the fridge.
Seagrams?
Yeah, we still had the Seagrams. And we was like, you know what's gonna make this place real festive? Frank, you know Frank. He had a red light in his room. And we took the red light, we put it in the kitchen. Everything was all red.
That's just scary, not festive.
It was hard to see, and it was very epileptic.
Yeah.
But we pulled it out there, and like 3 people came. Like Star East came, Nadia, and then we bought like $100 worth of chips and soda, and we were like, everybody go drink this Seagram stuff.
Where was the booze?
It was the Seagrams.
We had a bucket full of Seagrams. And people got there and they were like, yeah, nah. But it was a good night. But I put it out. I was like, I'm having a thing. You guys should come out. But then I was like, I hope nobody comes.
You regretted it last minute.
No, I was writing it and I was like, I don't want this many people knowing where I live. I don't want anybody like breaking my stuff. Mm-hmm. And I don't want anybody here, you know. But they came. And it was a nice night, and then they went home.
Sounds wild.
I've always wanted to like be a rager, but I just don't know how to do it. You guys do it way better than I do.
I think attending them is way more fun.
Yeah,
hosting.
it is because you could leave 15
Exactly.
minutes in. I would come to Carmela's party. Hey, Carmela, Rashawn. Ooh, scary fit. Bye.
Scary fit. But I love having parties because you don't have to like Uber there or any of that. Like you black out, you go to your bed.
Rashawn cleans up.
Rashawn puts you in the shower, and you're good. No,
Rashawn puts you
just
in the
has
shower.
to clean up.
I do.
He can't
At the
go
end
to
of
bed.
the night.
Yeah. Like I sober up and I have to like tidy up. We clean up in the morning.
See, I don't want to deal with any of that stuff. I want to drive myself home and other people who have been drinking excessively.
Why are you looking at me, bro?
Nah, using my eye line in that moment. And I would make sure everybody got home safely.
Oh, so sweet.
That was very sweet of you.
So everyone call Kelby if you ever need a DD.
Just say the full words because it sounds off.
And if you need the D.
And if you need to
Come on.
Don't call
Kelby
me
be
for
like,
that, though.
Peace up, A-Town.
The deep no. No. So, but do you guys feel like you're too old for parties?
Nah.
No.
If I had the space,
Yeah, same.
I was.
I miss parties, man.
I just like love hosting things. So I am my mother's child. Like
Yeah.
I will do like, even if it's like, oh, let's do a kickback. Like I loved anything themed, as you can tell.
I see that.
So, and I mean, even at that place where we got kicked out, it was just, oh my God, you guys, let's do a luau. Like, why? But we just did it, like a reason to party. So I would still be doing it if I could. Like
Chris,
if I had a
do you feel
house.
too old to party?
Hell no.
Chris had a party in
Puro pinche
December.
body.
I did.
In the
For my
summer?
birthday.
December.
No, December.
Oh.
Last, right before COVID.
It wasn't
For my
really a
birthday.
party though.
Was
I
it
just
kickback?
drank a bunch, and then Bree brought a fish bowl, And in that fish bowl, she put, I have no idea, about 17 different liquors. It was delicious. I drank 3/4 of it, and then I woke up. I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Fun night.
I want to throw a rager.
Oh, like what's that movie? Project X? Is that what it's called?
Yeah. I want to throw something that is like everybody's favorite night ever. Because I've been telling you guys this. I feel like my entire 20s I did nothing.
Yeah.
Like I didn't almost die of an overdose. You know, I ain't.
I mean,
He's complaining.
I think you're good.
Yeah, I think you made it. That's pretty good.
No. I didn't do it the right way. I didn't drink until you could smell it on me Monday morning. I never did none of that stuff. You know, I put a red light in the kitchen and I gave everybody chips.
You're so
Yo,
sweet.
that's a rager to somebody. Somebody.
Let me
in,
tell you something.
Indonesia.
That night, somebody thanked me. I'm not gonna tell you who, but that night, somebody had a
You made
great
somebody's night.
See?
Somebody had. It wasn't me. I went to bed and said, "Boy, am I lonely."
But at the same time, he was like, I don't want nobody to know my address, where I am.
I was just like, please don't come here, please.
Please.
Bree been trying to throw a party for the past 10 years. She's like, yeah, we can have a party. Yeah. So you think your friends really gonna come?
God.
You told him late, right?
Yeah. You told them that I want everybody out of the house by 8:30.
Yeah.
Okay, that's how I operate. But yeah, I really want to throw something that just like
Do the blog party again. That was fun.
I think you just need to rent a place.
Right. I was going to say you could rent a place.
Well,
you don't got to clean up your own house.
if we do that, I would have to make some money off of it.
Yeah. Eventually. December.
I mean, it can be a cash bar.
Yo, put a, what do you call it? Where you charge them to come in?
Door price?
Thank you, a door
Charge.
something like that.
I went to a Halloween thing a few years ago where they had that and they did it at some kind of like funky warehouse. I walked in there, it was a bunch of YouTubers. I saw DAYSTAR in there. His eyes was like the size of watermelons. They were just like red and he was just out of it. I don't know if he saw me, but I saw him. And I just walked around and was just like, well, damn, like I see everybody that's on YouTube in this room. And you know what I said? I turned to Redman. I was like, yo, you ready to go? Redman was a foot out the door already.
He was in the car.
No, yeah. Redman was like, nah, you know, bro. I don't want to be here. There's people.
Redman.
You know? So I want to throw something where like I know there's no problems. I know I could probably wake up in the hospital. I got insurance to take care of me for that. You know, I want to just throw something crazy, but I know I can't do it before I turn 30. You know, so I wanted to ask you guys, professional 30-year-olds, if y'all would still party like crazy.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So if I throw the rager, you're coming.
Yeah.
100%. Plus, if it's a Halloween party, I'll come twice.
Don't ever tell me
Hopefully
you're
3
gonna come twice.
times.
Not tell them.
Just FYI.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like it's you need to go to Vegas. You just need to go to Vegas and do the Vegas thing.
So I went to Vegas.
Oh God.
You probably did the old people Vegas,
Right.
man.
I went to Vegas.
You was chilling at the slots. You went to bed at 9.
I went to Vegas the first time. It was for Bree's birthday. We sat in the apartment. It was 125 degrees in there.
Fuck yeah.
Stepping outside, my freaking bottom of my shoes stuck to the ground. It was that hot. It was the worst experience ever. Nice time at Bree's place, but and then so I actually started off this year in Vegas. I went. I had a fantastic, nice, fun time.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I did. I went. I saw the area where you could look up and the entire screen, like the ceiling is a screen. It's called the
Stratosphere?
Some Experience.
Oh.
whatever that place is.
At downtown?
Yes.
Oh, got it.
I went there and we just like went to a couple of shows. Me and Lou went.
Lou Magoo.
We went together. It was a great time, but we didn't like drink excessively. I drove everywhere. I saw like cheap magic shows.
I mean, if you had a good time. But you want to like just...
I want to do something that I could tell my kids, like, I know what you're about to do. I did that when I was 30.
Got it.
You know what I mean? Because this whole time I never done that.
Maybe you're going with the wrong people.
So if you went, tell me what you do. Like, tell me what drugs you packing. I know, Rashawn.
I'm not doing any drugs, but
I'm so mad too.
I would be like, we need to go here. We're drinking this. You would just have to like shut off all your inhibitions, you know? Or wait, am I saying that right?
Shut off all your inhibitions.
I don't know if we get down like that.
No, I'm not saying we get down like that, but he wants to have this experience. So
Yeah,
I feel
if y'all
like
is supervising,
right,
he's good to go.
exactly.
See, that's the thing. I have trust issues.
Oh, okay, and then you're screwed.
Yeah, I got trust issues because I always want to be the one to drive. I don't want to.
That's the problem. You're like, I'm gonna
drive in
have
Vegas.
2 drinks. Yeah, you get the bus pass.
Or just walk back to your hotel.
But we won't go in like dead summer.
My hotel was the elderly hotel. They had like a way for you to like land in the bathtub. Like if you,
Why did you stay there?
because it was
Cheap?
affordable. I was just like, oh, this is a nice room.
Those are 2 different experiences you want to have.
Right.
I want to party like a rock star and
I want to be able to
like
walk
a
into my tub.
geriatric.
I had a nice time. I saw the screen all day. I was like, oh, it's been daytime for the past 12 hours.
We're not trying to have a nice time. We're trying to fuck it up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I definitely want to come back to LA having to take some kind of test.
All right.
Oh, right.
We gotta gauge your expectations. Like, I want to come back with like a murder rap and shit.
Are you okay, bro? We need to.
No. Like a drug test or something. No, I don't want to take any drugs. I lie.
You don't have to take any drugs to have fun.
Yeah?
I've never taken drugs.
Yeah, never have. Don't intend to.
You can still have a blast in Vegas,
Yeah.
Chris, you believe them.
Chris.
I don't believe them at all.
What?
What?
Angels.
I've been around people who have done drugs.
Me too. I think we all went to people that
We
done
went
drug
to an
school.
acting school. Yeah.
Yeah,
We've been around.
Well, I just mean, and going to Vegas, like I've been with people that have been like, I'm gonna pop this, and
Get a little Coke.
do what you do.
Spill it.
Outside of Vegas, what's another good spot?
Didn't you say Atlantic City?
That's basically Vegas.
Okay.
It's the same style of fun.
Yeah,
What about New York?
I mean, where are you trying to go?
Well, Kelby wants to have these experiences.
I want to rage. I want to have
Have you
a
been to New
year.
York City?
I was born in
Dude,
Brooklyn.
you can come to Austin.
Oh yeah,
tell
here
me
that's the
more.
spot.
That's a spot.
Yeah.
There's Kelby. Yes.
I've been telling people this. I was like, before my 30th birthday or around my 30th birthday, I want to go somewhere and do something super insane that I'll never talk about. And somebody was like, go to Mexico. That was the spot.
Oh, am I just breathing heavy? It's probably.
I thought that was an earthquake.
No, I thought it was an earthquake as well.
I ain't feel it. It must have been Crystal's fart.
That's. I would have been laughing like
Yeah,
nobody's business.
Cracking up.
Somebody suggested I go to Mexico, do that whole thing. But I don't know. I feel like it wouldn't come from a plan.
San Diego.
That's
He's
the spot.
been there.
San Diego's got some spot. Nolans.
Nolans.
Been there before.
You go down Bourbon Street.
I drove to New Orleans.
I'm saying Austin.
We could do a parade in Nolans in your honor.
Oh yeah.
They have like a band that follows you.
I
You
think I was
just file some
saying
paperwork. They
Sesame
say where you want your parade, and you're good to go.
No way.
Police escort and all.
This is not a thing.
No, it's facts.
What?
Look it up.
You have your own parade?
Have your own parade and a day's notice.
What?
You have to pay for it?
I'm sure.
Yeah, we have to pay for it.
How
Of course,
much
you have to pay for
How
it.
much you think it is?
No, they're just giving out parades.
Yeah, they're just like, you
Yeah,
want
that's
one?
what I figured.
Let's check
Let
the
me get
budget.
let me get a parade.
I don't know how much it is. You
Do you have enough time to save up for it?
Well, the last time I went to New Orleans,
Nolans.
the Last time I went to New Orleans. New Orleans.
Nola.
I walked around.
That sounds like Kelby.
I went for Frank's wedding.
Oh, that's
We
right.
went at the end of the wedding. I think the same day we drove like 3 or 4 hours to get there. We walked around. I think they gave you alcohol in a boot.
It's that far from Crowley?
Yeah. I want to see if it's not 2 hours, it's 4 hours. But it was several hours. And I drove. I was like, yeah, I'm going to get y'all there safely. Because I don't trust none of y'all.
That's what I'm saying. You just gotta stop trust.
Right, that's
or
what I'm
just
saying,
start
just-
winging it.
Yeah.
Just let it be in.
Be with
else's
someone
hands.
a little more responsible than you and then just let go.
Oh, wait.
What?
I was raising my
She
hand,
was
but I
like,
was
yeah,
like,
you can go with me. What?
I don't want to be responsible. She said.
Yeah, I don't want
Nah, you on your
no.
own.
If you die,
I feel
you
like
die.
I feel like this is perfect because
Tell me.
Rashawn is super responsive.
I would trust Rashawn.
Yeah, you can trust
He drives
him.
a Prius.
He can.
That's
He's
facts.
really good at.
He can make every payment.
He's really good.
I put in gas once a month.
I mean, I do. Once
He's
a month.
really good at like, okay, I'm gonna only have 3 drinks, and I mean it. And he
Just like that.
Just
And then-
And you actually stop, bro?
and he stops. And maybe if he has a 4th, he still's fine. He's fine.
I'm
It's-
definitely just like that.
right. But
Or I'll
I'm
have
saying
2.
you don't need to be like this.
Yeah,
Then
you
you'll be with
shouldn't.
me, who I'm like, yeah, okay, he's driving. Let's get fucked up. Here's another shot, and we can get
Am I
there.
invited? Can I come?
Yes.
You know who's like that? Bree.
What?
Bree, like, there was one time, I'll tell you this story. One time, Bree's friend Bones was like, yo, y'all with me in Hollywood tonight.
Oh God.
And this man, he's a big dude, awesome guy. He's like 500 pounds. Nah, he's probably like 400 pounds. But he'd
Okay.
be walking around with the swag of a 95-pound man.
Love it.
And so he got like rings all over his finger. He's like, yo, taking y'all out. This man brought me to spots in Hollywood I've never seen before. Ever.
That's fun.
But I was like, let me drive. Because I don't know what we getting into. And I don't know. Bones is a cool dude whenever he's at the house. But I don't know.
He was
Right.
at the house that one time, huh?
Yes.
For her birthday?
Big yeah. Big
Yeah.
guy. Yes. So we go to this spot. He's like, I don't know how cool he is, but we pass by a line of people that like go around the block. And he's just like, right into like another security guy. And they're in here. We go in there. It's all gorgeous inside. Like, I mean, it was like literally like, what's the name of that movie you were just talking about? Roaring 20s type.
Great
of thing.
Gatsby?
It was gorgeous inside. You got the booty short women walking around with the cake with the fire that's flying all over the place. And it's a classy.
Why say it like that, bro?
I go in there, but people are getting lit.
Yeah.
A, everybody is gorgeous. And B, everybody looks like they got cash money. And Bones is like, whatever you guys want, I'm going to give it to y'all. Just order it at the bar to say Bones. So I said, okay, cool. I go up there, I'm like,
Can I have a water, please?
I was like, Bones said I could get whatever drink I want. And they were like, oh yeah, if Bones said it, y'all. And I was like, let me get a large Red Bull.
Oh my
With some ice.
God.
What's your
I
cranberry
was
juice
like,
selection?
I was like, I'm
Yeah.
so tired. So I drank it. And Bree's already like 4 drinks. Dude. She's making friends with all the white girls. Hey girl, ooh, look at you with your little dominatrix outfit. Ooh, look at fine as hell. This is my friend Kelby. Ooh, you should talk to him. I was like, get him away from me.
Be gone.
Step away. Do you have any money for me? Step away. So she's stepping. She's literally out there like fielding. Come meet my friend. I'm sitting there at the bar shaking. Some guy was there. I kind of do fine like with the guys. Like they come and talk to me. What's up, dude? Watch football?
Just chatting.
Yeah, okay. So he's like, you should be drinking something. So I'm a child of God. I don't drink.
Unless it's White Claw.
Unless it's white
it's a
claw.
claw.
I've never had that. And so he's like, all right, you should get something. He gets me something, some sort of pink concoction. And I drink it and I say, oh, It's going to my head. I should stop now. I'm driving. And Bones comes real quick. He's like, come on, guys. Let's blow this popsicle stand. I said, Bones.
You can't say that.
No, you cool. I was like, are we going home? Okay, we'll go home. He was like, what? I was like, well, Bones, like it's 12:30. He's like, no. Takes me to another underground secret spot that I've never seen before. Some door that leads to another door that you've never seen. You go in there, it's another rager in there. You go in there, people are going insane. They're just, yeah. And it was the exact opposite. It was like a dungeon of just like people going nuts. Bree's already like having the time of her life.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure she does not remember what happened tonight because we took 1,000 pictures by some angel wings and she has no clue that we did that.
Oh, wow.
But we go in there. Bones is like, tell the bartender anything you want. Bones. So I go, excuse me, bartender. Bones said I can have whatever. And they said, oh, yeah. He pretty much likes like just tequila. So you could, tequila. Can I have a Red Bull?
What? 2 in one night? How's your heart?
I was trying to stay up. And I drank that. And Bree was like coming over me with like 15 random people. Hey, this is my friend. We just met. We're the best of friends. I'm like, yo, you get these people out of my bubble. I want to stay safe. After that, he takes us to some taco spot that I've never seen again before.
Right.
And he takes us home. It's like 3 a.m. And he goes, you guys ready to go to another spot?
At 3 a.m.?
Yeah. I'm like, Bones, the city is dead.
Not for Bones.
I have things to do in the morning.
Bones knows the spot.
Oh, does he? And he drives like a 91 Cadillac or something. He's just a cool dude smoking a cigar. Just
I need a
life.
Bones in my life.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I can't go anywhere now.
Okay. So, point of the story is, I have a hard time being in that moment.
Right.
Even sometimes when I get away, I went to Palm Springs one time. Mm-hmm. I didn't have no responsibilities. I could have just went wild. I sat there, kind of looked at people. I was like, seems like a good time for me to go home.
Damn.
You need to have the opposite of that now.
I know. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, before I turn 30, I want to do something.
You got a couple months, don't you?
I got some time. February. So I want to, let's make a plan.
Okay.
We're going to do something that puts our lives at risk.
Put your life. We have already experienced.
No, I'll risk my life with you.
I'm good.
Okay.
Got you.
There you go.
I'm
good?
in there.
I'm good. I'm all set.
Well,
Shy.
but we need you because we need a responsee.
I'll call you an Uber.
Dang.
Damn, what you rejecting for?
No, Carmela gives you gray hair.
Did you say I give gray hair?
Oh, you're that type of drunk?
No. I'm not saying that.
What are you saying?
Uh-oh.
You're that type of person. No, you're a free spirit. You know, you fly far, far away.
What does this mean?
I don't.
Carmela's a yes woman.
Oh, that's true.
And that's very stressful for someone who is
A no man.
Tell me more.
Well, but you've leveled out, so you're not completely.
I haven't leveled out. I've bent in submission.
Damn.
But what does this mean? Like, what? I don't understand. You were just saying how you would have a great time with Carmel, but now
I always have a good time with Carmel.
right. But what does this mean? Like, whoa.
I'm not gonna take like a no for For answer.
Dang.
Well, because like
Which just like an immovable force and an unstoppable object are just like boom.
right, that's what I'm saying. You know, that this trio would be good going out because you have me, who I'm like, we're gonna do this, we're gonna go here. You're not gonna say no because I know you're gonna have a good time. And then we have Rashani, who's gonna be like, well, okay, but we need to be home by 200 hours or whatever.
02.
You just say 2 in the morning, bro.
Yeah.
And
You
then
had, like Navy parents or something.
That is very Navy, yeah.
and then you are experiencing everything for the first time.
And I'm your token Mexican. I got you.
Carmela's just like,
I'm telling you, there's something deep inside of me that's I need to do something crazy.
Yeah.
I mean,
And I want you to be there, Sean.
okay.
Maybe not.
Can I Skype in?
No, you're gonna be there. You're gonna be there.
You say we've mellowed out or compromised. I say chipped away at my soul.
Wow.
Tell me a story where like I can understand the balance of this.
I know, like I am.
Oh, you're clueless right now.
Dang.
I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I guess I'm not clueless but I just want to know.
You there?
No, I don't want to know. I'm just trying to think of a story that would give a good example of this, and I can't.
I'm exaggerating a little bit, but you know,
Tell it, Sean. Tell the people because I can't.
I don't have a specific. It's
I
just
told
like,
Carmela she could come on one of my retreat trips. Mm-hmm. I don't know what that means. So tell me, what am I getting myself into?
Carmela doesn't say no. Like next spot, next drink, next city. Carmela doesn't say no. And then, you know, you guys are in a jail in Tijuana and she's like, fucking good time, right?
But did you have a good time? Is what I'm saying.
I see.
Yes.
And so you're not advising. You like more a structured plan, like
Super.
this is where we're going. We're only having 7 drinks.
I'm just like, Mel, I don't know this gentleman named Jerome with a trench coat.
But he's fun.
He's saying walk down this alley, knock on this door 3 times.
But
And
he's
she's like,
fun.
what? Sean, shut the fuck up. Let's go.
Yeah. Because then you're never going to experience what Jerome has to offer.
I like my kidney. I want it. I want to keep it.
But has this not led to a time where you're like, it may have been crazy in the experience, but now you're like, damn, that was fun.
I'm thinking too. I don't know.
I don't know. Because I think in the end, I was just like, we're going home.
Get in the car.
Is Mars like that?
Like me or like Rashawn?
Like you?
Just like me.
So you're the spirit child. Yeah, I need that. We'll talk more. All right, that's it for me.
That's it for me.
Sick.
Let's go Papa Molly.
Yeah.
Since
Papa Molly.
Go to San Diego tonight.
There's some things
Rashawn's like, let's go to bed.
I need to do. Yeah, Rashawn is too much like me. You know,
Right.
I want to step out of the box for like. You know how people have. This is what I mean to say. You know how some people have like slutty phases.
Yeah,
what
you
you
want your
need,
party
bro.
phase.
Yeah. I want to go out there and just release my inhibitions.
Hey.
I want to do that.
Feel something, your hips.
Because, I be disappointed. Like, when Brie comes home, she's always like, we're going to rage. And because I know it's deep inside of her that she wants to go out and just, like, freak out.
Yeah.
And
I
I'm
have
always
those.
like, okay, let's sit on the couch. Here's this thing you're going to drink.
Yeah, like don't you ever have those times where you're like, I just want to go out and like talk to strangers, and then like talk to them and you move to another bar and then you have more drinks and you talk to those strangers.
Listen.
And then those strangers from the other bar come in. You're like, my friends from the other bar. And then you guys start talking and then they're like, dude, you want to go to my apartment afterwards? Like, I have this balcony. And you're like, yes.
No, makes me itch just thinking about it.
Listen, me and Chris, in January or so. Let me not say the times, but me and Chris went to a club, right? Okay, so I had this thing where I was like, yo, this shorty I saw on Instagram is the baddest thing I ever seen, but she's like accessibly bad because she only has like 400 followers.
Oh,
okay. So I was like, all right, cool. So somehow, some way, I got into a conversation with her friend, who's like very gorgeous as well, but like something about her was just that wasn't it for me. You know, I was like, this is what I want.
right.
And I saw that she had posted like, yo, come to this club. It's my homegirl's birthday. And the homegirl is the one that I was interested in. Mm-hmm. But mind you, I've never had a conversation with this chick.
Yeah.
Ever. It's just one of those situations where I'm just like admiring and then like, oh, hey. Oh, no response. Just like Aubrey. Okay.
Mm-hmm. She must be on that level.
Yeah. Just like Aubrey. Damn it. But I hit the friend up. I was like, yo, you think I can come to this? And she was like, hell yeah. Come. I'll introduce you to my friend. And I said, okay. Chris. I know Chris in a 38-year relationship. 11. So I said, Chris could come with me. He could play the part of the guy who like, he's not going to hit on the girls.
I'm your wingman.
Yeah, yes. I don't necessarily need the wingman. I just kind of need an assistant.
That's where I'm at.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like I got enough confidence to do what I got to do. But if there's multiple people there has to be somebody else who's going to be chatting with the other friends and whatnot.
Right.
So,
I'm a chatterbox.
That is a wing man.
Yes.
Nah, because I was a wingman for Devion before, and the wingman fills your capacity for confidence.
That's different things, but same wing. It's a
same
wingman.
thing. Okay,
I got
all right,
wings,
well then,
Kelby. I got wings.
okay, all right. So I needed Chris to be my wingman, but not really because he can't take one for the team.
I can't, but I can chat them up and distract them.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
While
That's
I do
where
my
I'm
thing.
at.
So we go. You know they're ladies, so they take a long time. We go like 8 p.m. or 9 p.m.
Oh, yeah,
something
I
like
forget
that.
what time.
We get there like they're not even open yet.
Yeah.
Of course.
So we're eating tacos or maybe whatever it is we're doing. And then we come out and we wait in line. And I'm like, go in there. Oh my gosh. I think I complained on the walk in. I was just like, I hate this.
I think you asked the bouncer what the cover charge was before. He's like, so how much I got to spend here?
Right.
I was like, you could come in and get one.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So I was like, let me loosen up here. Let me go to the bar. I get Chris a drink. I'll take it.
Of course. I'm going to drink.
Yeah.
And we Ubered there.
We did.
Because I was like, I'm going to get in my bag tonight. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm going to get into it. I get there, I have one of them little watered down drinks. I said, that's enough for me. Mm-hmm. So I'm standing there waiting, checking the Instagrams. They're taking pictures at the hotel and stuff. And I'm just like, oh my God.
They ain't even here yet.
I still got to be. So I start
It's like 11 already.
Oh my gosh.
We was there for a while.
Yeah, we was there for a good minute. So I'm shaking and boogieing my shoulders and stuff, trying to catch the vibe. But I'm like, dude, I would rather be on my couch right now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I keep buying Chris more drinks, but he doesn't appear to be more inebriated.
Nah.
He's just drinking and then like done. And I'm like, I got to spend another $42 on this guy.
Listen, man, you need a wingman to distract these ladies. You have to
You have to get him some drinks.
some sort of payment.
Yeah,
Right? Okay. So at
take it
that
into
time,
tequila.
there was 2 prime IG girls that I was like fancying. Okay. I turn around and I see one of them, not the one I went there for. The other one. And I walked straight on up to her. I said, hey.
That's facts, though. That's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
I
Hey.
turned around, he was gone. I was like, what? Where you go?
I was like, I know you. I had a dream about you. She was like, what? I was like, yeah, I had a dream about you. What happened? We were at a Drake concert at a flea market. Anyways, I've been like following you on Instagram. It's good to meet you. Goodbye. And I like walk away. And she was like, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then so I was just like, yeah, Chris, I like that girl. Then she come back around, and she's a pleasant woman.
Yeah.
She like befriends Chris.
Because she knows I'm safe. I'm not hitting on nobody.
But I wasn't doing none of that either.
Well, yeah, that's why
I
she
was
sat
just
next
sitting
to
there
us.
like, I was like, I'm not gonna hit on multiple people.
Yeah.
I have a target. I have a person that I was here to attract, and that wasn't it. So she like sits next to us. She's chatting us up, having a good time. She follows Chris on Instagram.
She did.
And I'm like, yo, you should follow me back.
She's like, no, I saw the page.
She was just like, yeah. Anyway, so Chris, I'm gonna follow you. All right, y'all. Bye. I was like, nah, but you ain't. You gotta follow me back. All right, nah, all right, for sure. Yeah, so I'm checking up on the phone. I see that they finally arrived. And I see old girl. It's like midnight. Around 11:30, I was like, Chris, I got 10 more minutes here before my head explodes. I gotta leave. I can't stand being here. The music is too loud. I don't like being in, what was it called? Playhouse? Playhouse.
You were at Play.
I went to Playhouse.
my
I had the worst time ever.
I quite enjoyed myself, but I don't know.
I had the worst time. I was just like, just to find out, everybody's telling me it's the Ratchet Club. I didn't.
Yeah.
I did not know this. So I'm like, we literally got 100 seconds before I'm out of here. I cannot participate in this anymore. And he's like, okay, well.
Exactly like that too.
Yeah.
And so I see her pass by, and she went to the bathroom. So I was like, this might be my shot, because she left the pack. She goes to the bathroom. So I was like, all right, Cross, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'm gonna go talk to her like outside. I'm gonna like, meet cute. You know what I mean? But I planned it out. I go to the bathroom area. I see she's all by herself. So I go in the bathroom, talking to myself in the mirror. All right, yo.
The men's room. You went into the men's room?
I went into the men's room.
She went into the women's room.
Yeah,
Let's clarify
facts.
that real quick.
Yeah, facts. It was actually the all gender bathroom, but
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So I'm talking to myself in the mirror. I'm like, all right, yo, you just woke up real quick. Because I literally just walked up to another girl and said, hey, saw you at a flea festival.
In a dream.
In a dream. And I had no problem saying that. But this time, all of a sudden, my palms is weak. My arms are sweaty and whatever. And so I get
Mom's
out.
spaghetti. Just nervous.
Yeah, I was nervous. And then she came out. She's standing there as if like she's waiting for somebody to talk to her. She's just like a robot, like.
What?
And I was there like.
You got nervous.
All right. And then she just starts walking away. And I was like, okay, this isn't it. This isn't the moment. So I go back to Chris. She gets back in the crowd, and I lose her. So I'm texting a friend like, yo, where y'all at? Where y'all at? And the friend is not responding back to me. So in the distance, I see the friend. She's having the time of her life. I say, yo, Chris, that's them right there. We're going to have to leave this group of girls to go to that group of girls, because that's what we came here for. The mission.
Right.
So we started crawling through the people. And I get about maybe 5-10 feet away, and they have like a big security just kind of in front of their area. And I could not penetrate. I'm just like trying to just bust on through. I see every dude with a face tattoo there, just, hey, what's up? I mean, everything. And I was like, I ain't got a face tattoo, but I got confidence. So I'm trying to bust right on through, talk to her. I couldn't. So I get aggravated. I say, yo, Chris, we leaving, man.
Oh my God.
I step outside. The moment I step outside, the friend texts me, is like, oh yeah, come to our table.
It's over with.
I turn around. I was like, we not about to go back inside.
We couldn't get back in. The line was out the door.
Oh yeah. I was done. Too much noise.
Right.
Too much sinning. Right, Rashawn?
Yes.
You know? And so we got in the Uber and went home and watched Jojo Rabbit.
We did.
Oh, after all this?
No. I watched Jojo Rabbit. You knocked out.
No. I watched it and it was bad. But
He didn't watch it, did he?
You didn't watch it.
I watched it.
You watched half of it.
I saw Hitler being fanatical. Oh, cool. But
It was just he was grumpy that night. That's all.
Didn't get the girl.
so that was probably the extent of like things were crazy. I had like one drink.
That is
I had about 7.
Kelby. We need better nights for you.
That's what I'm saying, Nolans.
You know what I need? I need a fat check.
There
You
go.
do.
That unlocks the party.
Oof. If I got like just the bag,
Right.
I
We
would
could
walk
ball
in there and
out.
just slap people. Hey,
With money.
yeah, no, I'm keeping the money.
no.
Just the back. It might,
backhand.
hey, you know. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like all of my epic nights, epic adventures, they ain't been that epic. So I wanna go nuts, you know.
Yeah. You should.
So we'll see what 2021 has to offer.
I was gonna say you're not 21, bro.
Relax. Somebody told me I look like high school the other
There
day.
you go.
Oh.
What you saying? Oh, like you don't believe him?
Oh, they lied to you.
You're lying.
All right, that is I think our show.
That is it.
That's our show. Carmela,
Yes.
what song have you been listening to this week?
Oh God.
Yo, have you guys ever dated a Wiccan? All right, we'll talk about that.
next part.
Next pod. God.
All right, I've had enough. Y'all know how we like to end the episode with a little bit
Of the past.
of Blackstalgia.
Oh.
Carmela,
Yes.
1 second. Tell me a
It's
little
your
bit.
friend Teddy again, and these are my best buddies, Elephants, and this is our cover of "Let Me Love You" by Mario.
Tell me a little bit.
So to kick off spooky season, I miss trick or treating.
Oh,
You were gonna say it. Yeah. My costumes were always homemade, so I never like had store bought costumes. So I always got the best.
what was your
costume.
favorite costume?
I think one time I was a princess, and I remember in the moment wearing it and being like, "Yeah, I'm a princess." But like the picture, I have like a foil crown and like foil jewelry and like mismatching gloves and a dress that was too big, and it was really cold, so I had sweats underneath. But in the moment, I was like, "Fabulous, love it." And I would always be like 3 things at once. Like the 28th through the 31st, I was like 3 different costumes.
Your mom was like, I'm in.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
But it was always like stuff from the house. So that's like, it was easy. Like, oh, you want to be a clown? Okay, we'll just like,
This is why Mrs. Diaz, that's my, I mean,
yeah,
soulmate.
soulmate.
Like friendly.
Hello, mom.
Yeah, hey. Mom, you know, we've been friends for so long. Sean.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Because we have the same mind. Like I tried to explain earlier that you didn't get.
I miss watching scary movies with my sister.
Oh, the toy.
She does not like scary movies at all anymore. And it's also been a while since we've watched a movie together at all. Anyways. But she is the reason I love scary movies. She's the reason I love horror movies at all. So
It's very sweet. What?
unnecessary. Go.
I didn't celebrate Halloween growing up. This is not, I mean, we're not even really close to Halloween, but I do miss one thing, and it was me getting candy from school and having to eat it kind of before I got home, because my dad would be like, "You're not eating none of this devil candy. So we're going to take this, put it in front of the door. We're going to shut all the lights and we're driving away." And we would just like drive around, see some of the like Halloween decorations and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Come back, they vandalized my front door by stealing all of that candy I worked so hard for.
Oh.
And that was that. But you know, I kind of just miss like, you know, childhood, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Just in general.
Yeah, because like, you know, when you're a kid, like you celebrated Halloween. I never once really celebrated Halloween, and I don't miss. I don't. You know, you can't miss something that you know. So, but I do miss like not doing it deliberately. You know, nowadays I'm like, well, let's go to a
Party.
yeah, whatever, one of those things. So, life.
Or something like it.
All right, until next time, y'all, we're going to go out. We're going to do some crazy stuff. Me and Rashawn, we're going to pop a couple Xannies. You know, we're going to crush a couple things until we have a good story to tell.
Yeah.
Or maybe we just get arrested.
That's a story.
That's a story too.
You know what I mean? But it's just going to be just the fellas, right?
What?
I mean, like, we'll come back and get you. Me and Rashawn. Couple of Budweisers deep, Coors Light.
I'm drinking no fucking Budweiser. Grow up.
I think a Red Bull is stronger than a Budweiser.
I know.
You ain't never had like 10 of them. They're really effective. Yeah. Until next time, I want you guys to really think about all of the amazing things that are happening in your life. You know, dwell on the good and think about the bad, and think about ways that we can make it better. I'd like to say rest in peace to all the people who have lost their lives in tumultuous situations currently in present day, and in situations that have happened recently. And I hope that with more information and more truth, we could find ways for these things to not happen as much and or as frequently. Until next time, my name is Kelby. This has been the Blackstalgia Podcast.
This is a Blackstalgia podcast.